Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This.
Hold on.
I can't.
Go ahead, man.
Secretary did something dumb. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you then.
What you say?
I was gonna tell you something, but you started recording.
You used to say I'll delete it.
No, you won't.
Maybe.
No, you won't. So just go.
Fine.
Episode 123.
One, two, three. I love that.
Hey.
Oh,
1,
shit.
2, 3. Simple as ABC. Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This.
Yeah.
In the basement, we got Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
What? Darren, did you do the intro last time?
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, so does that mean it's me?
Yeah. It's
Do we
not
have a
gonna be
rotation?
Jen.
No, I
gonna
thought
be-
the person who invited the person does
Nah.
it, unless it's me.
It should be you.
But I don't know. I've never met her.
Hence why I tapped Bim.
That's fine.
Okay.
And today, on episode 123, we have Black Excellence in the building.
Yeah.
We have an entrepreneur in the building
Yeah.
and a fellow Haitian, right?
Yes.
Darren?
Yes.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kathi here today with us. Hello, Kathi.
Ow.
Yeah.
Now, do you go by Kathi? Do you go by something else?
I go by DJ Scratch That Kitty Cat.
Wasn't ready.
I'm definitely.
Oh.
Bill took off.
You couldn't give us a heads up before? No. He's like, me too. I'm surprised.
No, a lot of people call me Kathy. Some people call me Kat. My full government name is Kathiana.
Okay. Oh, another Kathiana? I never met a Kathiana other than the one we know. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
tis me.
She's like, it's me, Kathiana.
Awesome. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for having me.
And I'm just going to ask one thing, Darren, or
Yes.
maybe Kathy, if you can just tip that mic down a little bit. And yes. Yep. There you go.
How about
All
the
good.
fan? You want
Oh,
the fan?
fuck. I'll turn it off. You guys start. Go.
We're very well organized on this show. So my friend here is just all over the community. She's doing something that involves Black excellent local business, and so I saw it. I was like, "Yo, you're pretty dope. I need you to get on the podcast with us and talk that shit." So we invited her over. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, my dear?
About myself. So I'm something like a serial entrepreneur. I've had 3 businesses. This is my third. This is my actual baby. The first 2, after I like reached a certain level with it, I'm like, okay, what's
That's
next?
it.
But one thing about it is I love starting businesses and setting a goal of within the first 6 months to get like a big feature. So the first one was Essence.
Yep.
The second one was also Essence. And then today, 2 months in, we got a feature on blacknews.com.
I think I saw you post that today, right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank
A
you.
little something for that deal. Huh?
You know, pen on the back.
So what I'm doing now is basically creating a platform to have confident conversations about intimacy, relationships, sex, and self-awareness, because it's such a taboo thing in the Black community. And we're always talking about how the Black woman is unprotected. We talk about how women are seen in a certain way in the media, and people will sit there and have 5 or 6 kids, and you talk about sex and they're like,
Yeah.
oh no, I'm a God-fearing woman with your 6 kids. We know you have sexes.
Come on now.
It's okay. We can kind of talk about it. So just removing that taboo type feeling around it and having conversations with our kids early about it, because if we're not going to teach them, the system is, and we already know the system doesn't work for us.
Right.
So
Right. Very true. Very true. Okay. This excites me. Not because of any other reason other than what you
Other than
said.
sex.
It's more because of what you said, right? I like to save money, so I follow a lot of couponing accounts, and they're typically run by women.
Do you
so,
coupon?
not the extreme stuff. I can't do like the supermarket
I always
stuff.
wanted to do that, but
It's very involved.
know.
yes,
Yeah.
you need to it's
Yeah.
like a part-time
got to be on the
job.
schedule.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, can't do it.
No.
So, predominantly women, so they'll post online deals. I saw one, and they posted a vibrator, and recently I saw butt plugs, right? So,
I recently just talked about butt plugs too.
God bless. We're gonna dive into all of this, guys.
But we
We're gonna
will.
dive into
We
all
will
of this.
dive in a little. We'll put the toe in.
So, just for shits and giggles, I look at the comments, and it's mostly women. Some of them are like, "My goodness, oh dear, pass." I'm like, yo, what is going? So like, and I'm looking through, and I'm sure some of y'all have children. I'm sure some of you guys have had sex, right, or whatever. So, why is it a problem for a woman to post a deal on a vibrator? And I'm pretty sure some of them clicked and bought it on the low.
On a site where there's mostly women.
Come on, yeah, it didn't make sense to me. So, Yeah, I love this idea, and I all for it. Burn bras, sexual freedom, revolution, all of that.
Okay.
All of it, man. It's almost like a new renaissance for the women's liberation to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
70s you had that, but now it's like, okay, guys, it's okay. We can be sexual.
And the thing is, when people talk about sex, they only think of it on like an intimate level or on something where it's just like, oh, you're a freak. It also boils down to the kids, because I was a nanny for 5 years. And this little boy that I miss you. He was 1.5. He wasn't even 2 yet. And I would change him and he would point and say, penis. This is my penis. And I'm just like, me? I'm just like, yes, it is. Let's get this diaper on really fast. So my thing is, with the white community, they teach their kids vagina, penis, this is what it is. Now, let's say, God forbid, a child's in a messed up situation where they get touched. They know exactly my penis. You're not going to confuse that with anything else. But in the black community, we teach our kids to give it all these types of pet names, and it's my cookie. So when kids are actually talking about it, they might be telling you something, but you're actually thinking they're talking about cookies.
Something else,
Right.
But
That's
white people are
true.
just like, no, I'm going to know you touched my son's penis, because he knows exactly what that is. But us, we have this tendency to cover things up to make it softer and not realistic.
Yeah, that's a good
I love
point.
it.
So it's kind of like how you're setting yourself up with your kids. And in school, all they do is say, have safe sex, here's a condom.
Yeah, I don't think that curriculum has changed much. Since
Yeah,
we
so
were
it's
kids.
just like, if you're not going to tell your son, he's either going to find out the wrong way, or he's going to learn through media. And whatever he portrays black women to be, that's kind of going to be on you as a parent, because it's like, well, you didn't teach me.
Yeah, no, it's true. I know when I was a kid, what my first experiences were. It was like, pornography, porno mags or whatever.
I feel like we all kind of downloaded some porn on LimeWire, but okay.
Oh, LimeWire.
See, you're talking about-
R.I.P.
you're talking-
LimeWire.
Yeah, it's talking about downloading. We didn't. It wasn't,
No, it was like
wasn't
the
downloaded
physical
for us. Yeah.
Oh, the cassettes,
magazine
my
or,
bad.
or
You
the
said
cassette
you
tapes.
said you were going to do the age thing later, so we'll hold off on that.
Yeah, we'll hold off on this.
Or do you want to do it now? We're going to just get it out the way, pull the Band-Aid
Because
off?
I want to talk. Yeah, we'll get back to the sex stuff. Go.
So we have this thing here where we don't stay on a topic.
No.
But we come back to it eventually.
We do.
Sometimes.
It happens.
Okay.
So,
Full circle.
totally switching topics. How old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 27.
Baby.
Oh, it's just a tiny age.
She's a baby.
Yeah.
No wonder
Please
she's
don't
talking-
feel 27.
No wonder she's talking about downloading porn.
Right,
That's the first thing.
That's why I'm like, wait, what?
Downloading porn.
See,
I was in college.
My
Like, when it
first magazine I found, it was hidden under some dry cleaning and stuff. And I was like, had no business even digging that far in the pile. In
Yeah.
somebody's car too.
yeah, we got 10 years on you, all of us. Yeah. So it's a very different.
She's like, oh.
It's a very different entry
Conversation
into all of that.
But I feel like that's what kind of makes it better, because you guys know those old views.
Yeah.
And like from then to now, since I wasn't even a thought, I don't even think I was a fertilized egg yet. So to think of like, how was it back then? Because to me now it's like, we're more, I don't want to say we're in a more woke culture, but people are more accepting.
For sure.
We are.
So you guys
Definitely.
are experienced with the not so accepting.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little better to have two views.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I know for me growing up, shushun, your pigeon, like things like that. That was what we call private parts. So you're private. Nobody touched it. So you saying that, it's like, oh, my wife is very big on our kids knowing the proper name for things.
Yeah.
So Carter and Kaiser
Yes.
are like my penis and all that shit. And then as for me, when it was starting to happen, I was like,
No, that's not. We're not doing
yeah,
that with the
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
No,
What do you mean?
that's your cookie.
So I mean, it's super powerful that being younger than us, but that society now is more accepting, more open to those different things. I mean, just thinking of gay and lesbian, that wasn't a thing when we were growing up.
Oh, it's more than that, Darren.
I know. We remember Ellen coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what else would she
We
make?
got a spectrum. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of. Yeah.
so I must ask, how did you get down this path of?
Cue the tears.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
I need to
Do you really need a.
No.
Let's go outside.
We're not good with darkness.
Everybody's like, oh God, was that a question that we weren't supposed to?
Well, just in wanting to be to educate females on erotic stuff. and-
I was kind of okay. We're gonna get to nitty gritty. Okay, so when I was a teenager, I was always curious about sex, but I was always just kind of like, oh no. Being Haitian,
Yeah.
l'église local lakai.
Yep.
School,
Yep.
church, home. That was it.
Wow.
Sex is for married
Yeah.
people. That
Well,
is it.
Even if you were asking about it, still to this day, I can't have any sexual conversation with my
I
parents.
had my first sexual conversation with my parents, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Haitian parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm still here to tell the story. So actually, it was so amazing to see how receptive they were.
Really?
Yes. And it's so funny because my dad even said, my full-blooded Haitian raised in Haiti father said, and I quote, if I was raising you again, I would not have raised you the way I did.
Oh, wow.
He admitted to that?
Yes. He said he would have allowed me to have more freedom
Whoa.
and wouldn't have kept me in such a bubble.
Is he older now? Like,
of course he's older now.
He's in his early 60s.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I shut up.
We just
shut
like to
up.
make funny.
He
you
came
know.
here
course.
when he was in his late 30s, so he was
Got it.
yeah.
fried in the Haitian oil.
Yes.
So
That's a good one,
Yeah,
man.
had to pull him out with the bun on it.
yeah, like
Nah, this
he
was
was deep
good.
fried. So, being young and not feeling like I could express those things and being curious led me to being sexually assaulted at a very young age. And because of that, it led to so many sexual insecurities and feeling like, okay, any man that I'm with, I have to stay with him no matter how bad he is because nobody, oh my God, I'm not a virgin anymore or whatever the case is. So you feel like you get stuck in these situations. And when was it? Like last year, I went through a breakup and I felt like I was living in the shadow of someone else. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna explore this single life. Baby, the glow up that happened. Like, it was so amazing to like be sexually free and not feel like every decision that I made was mine. It wasn't based on, oh, how is this going to make that other person look? And I have to fit the mold of this. It was just like, no, I'm creating my own mold. And that feeling was so liberating. I'm just like, man, can we swear?
Yes.
Shit.
I was like, man, fuck this shit. I was just like, no, like there's absolutely no way. And literally everything that I said I wanted and manifested for me came into fruition. And that all started because I made the decision. I went on a solo trip, came back 2 days later, and I was just like, this relationship ain't for me. This ain't gonna work.
Wow.
And this was someone that I thought I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. I'm gonna have your last name. I was with them for almost 7 years. And then 2 days later, I was just like, I ain't feeling this no more. I kind of love me. I kind of love me. And it just grew from there.
Awesome.
That's dope.
So what does it look like now? So with this business, how are you talking more about it? Is it like sessions, one-on-one? Is it like what's the setup?
Okay. So one issue that I've been running into is I wanted to really just do it on Instagram and on pages having these discussions. I would go on live. But society is still so like, no, sex and dick and we could hear it in the songs and people could rap about it. But if you have, I was just like, I ain't trying to have my Instagram shut down. So I basically made a membership platform where people can sign up and learn about sex in the most raw, honest way. And I even tell my experiences, like dealing with butt plugs, how to, a lot of women hopped in my DM and was just like, I don't know if I'm riding dick well. And I'm just too, and it's just like, okay, I'll post something where it's just like 4 different ways you could ride dick. If you got bad knees, let me show you how to position. You know what I mean? So it's just like things like that where people think about, but they don't want to ask. And I'm like, nobody's going to want to ask that question in the comments.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's take it off of Instagram. Let's put it into a platform where it's not like, oh, I'm going to share this.
Right.
You can't. And in the platform, if you do share all that, first of all, you get cussed out, membership denied automatically, and you can't come back.
I love it. Love it.
Safe space.
I was gonna say safe space.
I
We
like
all
that.
love safe spaces.
Yes.
So
need
what's it been like so far? Obviously, you don't have to give any names or whatever, but outside of like the example you gave with the riding, like have you seen any wild things that you maybe weren't able to speak
Or is
to
it
because you haven't
positive,
experienced or?
Honestly, no, because I'm very, very open-minded, and some people's just like, well, I didn't want to ask you because I'm just like, listen, my name is not Jesus. I am not one to judge. There's things in my life I said, oh my God, I'll never do that. I did it on cartwheels. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
How great is this?
like,
sorry.
it's just be you. There's no reason to be, oh, well, but I'm gay, or I don't give a rat's ass if you gay. Are you happy?
For real?
That's my question. Anybody know, are you happy? If you're not happy, why? Is it because of your partner, or are you not happy with yourself and it's coming into the relationship?
Right.
So things like that. And I've had couples come to me, and I've literally seen couples who, Providence is small, y'all. I just want to let y'all know.
Yeah.
Like where I've watched couples not be honest, and they're both living two different lives and not even know about it. I'm just like,
you got to keep that to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not your
and whenever
place.
people tell me something, listen, there's no names. I'm not going to share, like, because I remember wanting to have that person for me. And the fact that I can be that for someone else, I really hold that near and dear. Like, I feel like even harder than the therapist, because I'm taking that. I ain't even telling the grave.
I respect it. Did you guys have? I was gonna ask something.
Go ahead.
You know, I don't do any interviewing, so I'm just here for the ride.
So
Literally.
Wow, good job. Bravo.
So for years,
Bim is about to drop some because he's
He's doing this thing?
Yeah,
I talk with my hands. No. So for years, since I've seen this thing, this phenomenon, I've inquired and I've asked women, and the reaction most of the time is, yeah, like, what do you mean? That's nasty.
What's nasty? Oh, let him
landing,
land.
he's
Sorry,
landing,
let him land.
What's nasty, you ask?
Can I guess?
Go.
I am so glad you asked.
Jizz in the face.
wow.
No, not even that, but we can get there. Not even that.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah,
Darren, have you
pause.
gotten
Whoa. Whoa.
Darren's way too excited
When the
to get
show's
there.
over, you want to talk about it? Like,
Darren's an
Hey,
open
you
book.
said a hard stop at 9th, right?
Darren is an open book. He will tell you all about. Oh, God. You know he wears Timbs at the last.
Hey, Jen.
one time the kids
talked
were
about it
taking
on
a
the podcast.
long
You
nap.
I've been like,
my
don't say
God.
that.
Ray, we said it on the mic.
You're right.
It's the finishing move.
Let Bim land, please.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Female ejaculation or squirting.
A good one.
Right.
That's great.
Okay.
Very taboo. Shout out to Tolu. She had posted a video of women in a particular tribe. I can't remember where, but they were talking about. They called it women making water, right?
It's so funny. Okay, go ahead.
And they were speaking in a
this
group
is
of
popular
women.
in Rwanda.
I wonder if that's where it was. I have to look
Rwanda.
at it.
Yes.
So they were talking in a group, and it was just amazing to see them all freely talking about it. And Darren shitting on men at the same time, because it's like, if a dude is complaining,
Yes.
Oof. For a minute, I thought you really meant that you were.
oh, not
shitting.
shit,
Not
not
two girls, one
defecating.
cup.
No.
I didn't know where we were going. I
We'll
wasn't
leave that to the
expecting-
feds.
I didn't expect that to go this way. But
No, talking shit about men who can't satisfy a woman, or complain that a woman is dry, or the coochie dry up. And like, no, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, because women are the ones that we can create water. This is in us. You got to bring it out of us. And then there was a guy that came on and said, what most guys probably feel, when that thing happens, I feel like the man. I feel powerful. And
Want to hop in,
concert-
Calvin? No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
We have a guest here.
Oh, my boyfriend's just on the sideline, just here for support. I'm just trying to call him out real quick.
So,
fun ride home.
Left hand on that steering wheel. Right hand on that.
You see how he's laughing like,
right on, brother. So I loved seeing that in that community, that it was embraced. They could talk about it freely. What are your thoughts on that? Because I don't know if it's come up, but like I said, shut up. I've had those conversations just out of curiosity, and I've heard women say that they actually hold it back during sex, like they can feel a sensation, and they hold it back because out of either being embarrassed or just not wanting this thing to happen. So,
so,
Take it away.
okay, a few things. Lord, I need to put my cup down.
hey, we pod over here. I didn't know if you knew
This
that.
takes a lot of unpacking to do.
Yes. Also, literally.
Jesus, Darren.
Okay, so when you're talking about essentially a woman squirting, let's take it back a few steps. The first problem is a lot of men don't have the patience to even get a woman fully wet.
Talk about it.
So let's talk about that. You
You
men,
can swim all you want, girl.
you motherfuckers,
There you
listen, okay?
Tell them they need to hear this shit.
2 minutes of foreplay is not enough.
He's like, Oh.
I'm sorry to...
Darren groaned for those who couldn't hear.
Because here's the thing.
Drats.
I feel like...
Drats, babe.
I feel like a lot of men are so quick to get a nut off where they don't realize if you are focused on your woman, she's going to take care of you. She's going to make sure that you're taken care of. But for men, it's just like they say, men can fuck 100 women and not remember any of their names. A woman, we're more emotionally based people. If we feel like you're connecting with us emotionally in the bedroom, it could have been a girl who doesn't suck dick. I bet you she's not going to suck your dick that night. But she go on YouTube how to do it. So it's just like, it is a responsibility of men to get their women there. Like she had said, it's already in us.
Right.
But if you don't have the patience to bring it out, don't be mad when it feels like you're putting your dick in a baby powder bottle.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Yes, girl, dry.
Talk about it.
Dry. So, and like, even,
shut up.
I'll even share
I'm
an
here,
experience.
Jen. I'm
I'll share
here.
an experience. So, okay. And it was actually me who was the one who was, I'm not going to say at fault. We're never at fault. So, okay.
She's honest, at least, Aaron.
She is.
I was, okay. So we were partaking in adult-like activities. And in my head, I was trying to think like a man and be like, all right, let's just get to it. Because, and he was the one who told me, he's just like, do you have anywhere to go right now? Why are you in a rush? And Lord, open the floodgates of heaven. Like,
Wow.
just because we get turned, a lot of women get turned on knowing that you want to satisfy us. And men just think, oh, well, as long as I rub, first of all, you be trying to scratch clitoris like it's a DJ booth. Don't do that.
Why she gotta say DJ booth? I mean,
I've retired. I'm not offended.
Because
I'm a little offended.
Cause y'all be doing it all fucking quick and hard, and I'm just
I'm
like,
trying to get the beat.
and it's just like, damn near took the color off. Like,
Trying to
no,
get the
we
beat,
don't.
come on.
No, the only thing that's gonna be beaten is you on your dick in that bathroom because it just doesn't work.
Oh, man.
So
He's still trying to get
ejaculation and squirting is that sensation like you're about to pee,
That's
and
yes.
a lot of women, if it's during sex, guys, you're not gonna pee. It's okay.
So it's not urine.
It's a little bit of urine.
So, but was she saying sensation, right? Like, so
It's like
during
that-
sex, we can't just, as we're beating it up, we can't just start pissing.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing for women,
It's the
right?
same
So,
thing.
yeah.
But I know there's like an argument of the actual liquid that's coming out is urine.
It's a little bit of urine.
I mean,
Right.
I don't care.
But
either
it's
way.
not.
Listen,
I'm down for it.
let him know, Darren. Let him know.
Brother, what you mean?
Talk about, is that all you got?
I take out the goggles, put them on top of my head. Like, all right.
Tim's.
So-
It's time.
So no, it's not your peeing. It's just, girl, just let it go. Let it go, just like Frozen.
Just like
So no, it is not pee, and there could be a fear because of lack of knowledge. If you're dealing with a man who is immature or just doesn't know any better, you are going to get embarrassed, and we all know our partners. Like, oh, he already don't like this, blah blah
Correct.
blah. So if your partner already made you feel uncomfortable with other things, yes, you're gonna hold back,
Yeah.
and you're gonna hold back in other areas too. Let it go, sis. Pee on that man.
Drip, drip, drip.
That ginger was perfect.
This is so informative.
It is.
So, and I love that you said it because for guys, right, there isn't anything else besides that that happens with women during sex that's involuntary, right? A moan can be faked, screams can be faked,
Yeah.
Everything else can be acted, except
You
for
cannot
that.
fake wetness. You
Can't.
cannot.
Can't.
Listen. You did
I'm,
it right.
I'm just trying to imagine,
Yeah.
like, how would you even do that?
Fake it?
How to fake wetness? I'm
Can't-
trying to
Can't.
imagine it in my
You
head.
can't.
Yeah.
That'd be mad weird.
So, can every woman squirt? I know it's a loaded question. somewhat.
Unless, because there are medical conditions that prevent you, like, perfect example, if you're someone who has cancer and you're going through chemo, your hormones are down, you're not able to produce as much. If you're someone who's going through menopause, so there's different factors. But if you're healthy, you're young, if you've had that sensation before, you are more than capable. You can probably make your squirt, you can make yourself squirt before a man can.
Oh.
Super facts. Yeah, and again, ladies, if you're listening, if you're shy about how your partner will receive it, just
Pee on that man.
yeah. Again, men, if we that's a sign that we're doing the right thing, that we're doing a good job, that we are bodying the situation. Show us.
And the thing is,
Let it
also,
happen.
communication. If you feel like you have a partner you can't communicate that with,
Right.
you really need to question if there's work that needs to be done there. Because me and him be having some open conversation. I'm like, if people heard what we were saying, because we're open.
And that's y'all relationship.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
manage how that goes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
no
just
rules.
like, all right, if you're looking at porn and you love everything they're doing, bring it up to your partner.
Yeah.
Just like, you see how he's looking at click. That's how I want you to do it. Don't. Oh, you know. And the thing is, you're not telling him, oh, you're doing this wrong. You're just
Right.
like, oh my gosh. You could say it in a way like, wow, I'd love to experience that. You don't have to tell him he's trash because
Right.
men, their egos get bruised very easily. But you can suggest.
And the way
certain
you
things.
said it was amazing. Like, I don't know too many guys that would turn down if their woman says, hey, let's watch this particular porn together. And if you're watching, be like, oh, boom. Hey, you see how, like, we were already in the mood. Like,
Yeah.
oh, so you want to like that? Like, we're like puppies. Like,
Yeah, like, damn, man, I didn't know you into that. Like, you
know what
might
I'm saying?
surprise him to the point where it's just like, man, I was looking at these girls on Instagram, girl, now I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
even
just
if you don't
like-
want to say it with words, you can do like the game where you see the girl do something in the video, so you do what she did, and then
Another tip. Pro tip. Pro tip. Amazing.
If you don't know how he's gonna receive it, just be like, dang, what do you think about what she did? And if he's like, dang, girl, I've been wanting you to, well, I've been wanting to do it to you too, but we never had that conversation. You know what? I think we should talk. And that's when you can open the door, like, yeah, you know what? This just made me realize we should have more talks like this.
All right.
XYZ.
I love it. It's a very mature take. I know you're not super young, but like at 27, I don't know, like how many, you don't have to say, but like a lot of the people in your friends group, like kind of there, like are you able to have these kind of conversations or is it?
Like with my best friend, like I can have these conversations because I've always been the blunt friend.
Gotcha.
So it's not very shocking.
Gotcha.
It's just like, oh, bitch, finally.
Here we go.
Like it's like oh yeah, well it's her. It's not like a
Yeah,
so it's not abnormal for them.
can dig it. I love this.
It's great. I
Isn't
told
it?
you we should have had her on a long,
Amazing.
long time ago.
I mean, she here.
I'm happy.
I'm here-
I
I'm
don't
here
wanna
to answer
hog.
any
Huh?
questions.
Go ahead. You're making great questions, my friend. Jizz in the face. Next. Go ahead.
Oh no, you please broach the topic.
I
Darren.
mean,
he just like bulldozed into that shit.
there's no broaching here. I really don't have a question about it per se.
He just wants to say it.
I'm just more like, is that something? Because like in porn, it looks like they really love it, and I'm like, I can't see how anybody would really love this. So I guess that's it.
Actually,
That's all.
the components of ejaculation from a man can be great for your skin.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Alright.
It has proteins, it has vitamins. There was actually a video that went viral of a girl who makes smoothies with it.
Okay.
So like she'll tell her man to like come in a cup and she would put it in her smoothies. Or she would like make masks with it.
God bless. Nothing goes to waste. Nothing goes to
Yeah,
waste.
so she was making cum smoothies.
Come smoothies.
Now I wouldn't, because Darren said he doesn't see how somebody could like that.
True.
that move was strong.
No, it was like, I agree.
But just like Bim just said, with a woman, when a woman squirts, the guy feels like they did it. You know what I mean? So there's women who probably get that same satisfaction from that move. Like it's I did it. I got him there.
In my head, I think because
It's messy.
no, not because I don't care.
Because some people may see it as disrespect.
Yes.
So that one, and two, I think it's easier for guys to come. So it's
way
not
easier.
as you got to say it like that.
Damn, not
No,
like
no,
that, but-
Darren, it's easy.
No, I'm saying it out of like
I
jealousy.
came when
like,
I was walking down the stairs.
Jesus.
I was,
Oh, yeah, oops.
but I wasn't shitting on the guy.
No.
No,
What I
it's
was
so
saying
true.
was, I wish.
No, so because like in my head, I'm like, I feel like it's, that sense of pride when you get there to get a woman there because you're like, man, I had to put in work to get here. Ha, I did it. Superhero cape. But the other way around, it's like, yeah, it's Tuesday, and I'm gonna make them come. Like it's not as hard.
It's not as hard to see it, but the woman still has to take her time with her man to get him there, just like a man has to take. Cause a girl can't just come and just start rough housing. And then she don't give you Indian bird. Right?
Bim's like, I mean, how rough we talking?
It still takes effort, you know. So I'm not saying all women like it, but I think there's people who do like it in real life.
And to each their own, you know. It's part of it like that. There's some people who like, you know, the nipples pinched wild hard. There's some people who like the candle wax. Some people like to be tied up and zipped up in leather.
And the candle wax thing, I just want to set the record clear.
Oh, come on.
The candle wax is not that hot, y'all. It's
Meaning temperature wise?
No,
that's not bad.
What was the other way that you would mean it?
Like it ain't great. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's honestly, well, there is one that's out there. It's like a candle wax, but it's a massage oil. So as soon as it's on your partner, like for massages, for intimacy, like for your relationship, I think it's cute. And this is what I mean by the guys. Like they so simple, y'all.
So
also,
simple.
it's just like, oh, set this up and do this. Guys just like, gonna suck that dick or not.
And that's what makes lingerie funny to me, because I'm like, lingerie. You don't care. You don't care.
Really?
Guys do not give a shit about lingerie.
Babe, do you care about lingerie? Wow. Okay.
So,
Victoria's Secret ain't getting no more of my money.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, just give them the room with no clothes on and they're happy.
I figured women bought it because it made y'all feel sexy. Like I didn't because
Partly, yeah, but
because if my lady's in the kitchen cooking with a dirty holy t-shirt on, but the way she's stirring and the booty just jiggling, that's it. I see, my friend. I see, my friend. Salute, beloved. That's it.
Cause like every time, like if I'm in the kitchen, like oh man, I'm just like
yes.
and like the whole time I was like, oh, you were being honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I see lingerie as like a special occasion type deal, and I appreciate it for like the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, okay, take it off.
Yeah.
But I still like it.
I mean, of course, like, because I think we see our women as beautiful, period.
Yeah.
So, like, you put on this joint, okay, yeah, that's nice. Let me see you now. Get all of that
because
shit out of here.
You can't do what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Put all these obstacles in the way.
Rip through that fishnet mad quick.
I mean, it depends on
First
what
of all,
kind
if
you
you
get.
go to a certain store,
You know, they have holes.
they have holes. They have if you want your girl to be a stripper and you can fuck her with clothes on in any position.
Yeah.
Still suck her nipples and she still has clothes on.
Those are dope. Yeah, those are dope.
So-
but even without it, we're cool, man.
Wow, man.
We out here. We out here
Like you
still.
said, they're
Save the
simple.
money.
And that's where I'm always at with it. I always want to get some, but I'm like, this is $40 for what?
I don't.
He don't care.
I don't know.
I'd be looking at it in the corner like, damn, I ain't never gonna wear
Never,
it.
never wear it.
And it's not even like you could gift it. My pussy juice on it.
Yeah, no,
Like-
that's not something gently
Lightly
used.
used. Lightly used lingerie for sale.
Yeah, I had posted on Facebook this week. Some lady in Rhode Island was selling her like new Victoria's Secret bikinis.
Like new. Wow.
Some were worn only once, she said.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Yo, that caption had me in tears.
The
I
type
was
of
like,
yeast
what?
infection in BVW.
And did you wear this in salt water or chlorine? Like,
And the thing is, like, you can literally catch
anything.
anything
Yeah.
off of just the toilet. I won't even eat at a person's house if you. Now I'm gonna buy a bathing suit to put on my
Yeah.
coochie. I don't know what the fuck you were
You
doing.
can't
in
even
that suit.
return bathing suits to the store for
You
that
can't.
reason. Once you buy it, you know, I also don't get women who can try on like underwear.
I was gonna ask about that because that
don't get
happens
that.
in stores.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
People do it.
yeah.
So
They take pictures and they.
I'll
and they
Yeah.
take it
like
off.
if I'll try on underwear if I have shorts on, but I'm not putting that on my body.
That's why they put that little strip for them little nasty heifers who want to
Yeah.
Oh. Because we know not 100% of the people will comply. So I don't need that strip on there.
Take this off.
It's like wearing a mask. No way.
No way, Jose. This
is optional.
This is my right to try these underwear.
Co-vagina.
Co-vagina.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was title, co-vagina.
I wanted to go with pee on that man, but
He and that man is also good. We'll debate about it later.
The way I see it, he's just going through maybe just another baptism. Pee on that man.
Sure enough.
bless him.
Bless his heart.
him. That's also
And the penis.
Man,
Bless his
Little
face.
titles to choose from. Bless his face.
Bless his face.
Hallelujah.
Holla back.
This is amazing, man.
Awesome. Why didn't you do this sooner? So I had a question.
Okay.
It's a group question. It's not really about sex. But we were talking about couples earlier in the week. I think we landed there somehow. And I want to ask you guys, do you guys have like a favorite couple besides yourselves that you...
Oh, that question.
Yeah. That you, I don't want to say look up to, but you admire in some way, shape, or form.
You just enjoy them as a couple,
Yeah, that you're like, oh, they're
cute.
That's like couple goals, if you will.
or they're just cute.
Well, I mean, a little bit more than cute. I mean, because any couple could be cute.
Wow.
But like, you know, like just
Okay.
like stop to think about it, right?
He asked, and I said I never thought about it, and now
Still
here we are a
now.
week later. I don't
Yeah.
have an answer.
I thought you answered. Or did I answer?
You answered.
No, we both answered, and she was like, "Those are good ones," and
Oh.
she never gave her own.
Well, I'll give a boring answer and then like a celebrity answer.
you
Well, not boring, a real life answer.
Yeah,
My aunt and uncle, Auntie Ty and my uncle TJ. I was actually in their wedding when I was younger, but their relationship, the way they communicate, the way they can still play around with each other and be honest with each other and honest with me as I'm about to be married and say, hey, we out here. And say, you know, sometimes you're going to be annoyed with each other, sometimes whatever, but they understand each other enough to work through it. And they got their system, you know, and the way they raise their daughters, like everything is just dope. So I love their relationship.
is rubbing off on
It's
them.
rubbing off on me,
Only
man.
been 2 years, but all of it.
And celebrity wise, I mentioned Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah. Now I don't know them personally, obviously.
Yeah.
But from the
Okay.
outside, it looks like they
Genuine.
have their own thing going. You know.
You know what I appreciated about them? And this is when I was just like, oh, you guys are going to do very well in life. Is when she talked about how open they are in their sex life and like how they'll like have threesomes and like to have a threesome, you have to be so... I'm not even going to say the word confident. You have to be secure with yourself and not even in the skills. Because, listen, they're going to be somebody who sucks dick better than you. But the thing is, by just being that confident person in the bedroom, that'll be a turn on for a man. Like,
Absolutely.
damn. Like, but if he feels like, oh, no, don't suck my dick because, you know, she's not going to be too, you know what I mean?
It's not even enjoyable at that point.
So then it takes away the fun of it. So you're just
I can only imagine the side conversation. Stop, slow down, because she's I'm gonna hear it later. I don't.
That would totally be
Slow
there.
down. It would be.
In that same tone.
Come on, can you slow down, please? It's,
I don't want to hear this later. Can you just please,
Just
like,
stop. Just
dick
stop.
all
Just
getting
stop.
soft and shit, like. So then it's just not even
my
fun
God.
anymore. So then it's just like, cause then it's just like he wants to have a threesome, but he gonna have it with you.
Right. Right.
So that's what I liked about them, how she was open and honest. And a lot of people, first of all, a lot of y'all have people in your relationships, y'all be swinging and shit, but they don't say it because it's just like, oh my God, no, I don't want to see her. She was just like, yeah, we be having threesomes and shit.
Yeah, it's y'all. Like there are no rules to your relationship.
Which is why
Exactly.
the whole Will Smith Jada thing confused me when it came back up, because I'm like, I thought we all had
yes.
been told that they
Yes.
had an open thing, and we all just was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then this August thing came up, and they made a big deal about it. I'm like, but
we thought we were
that
already
was
open about
that. I
this.
thought we were already there.
Yeah, you know what my beef was with that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people just had the issue of her not really being honest about
And
it.
that's what I
and
was
going
confused about.
around it.
That's
It's
what
just
it
like,
was.
sis, we know.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's where my
That's
beef
where-
And the
was.
thing is, you decide to have an entanglement with a man
Oh,
who wasn't really
Mature enough.
They
Or-
knew he wasn't all there. Like he
so
was.
it's just like
yeah.
you couldn't anybody in the industry him
Maybe she did other people in the industry, but like you said, he wasn't prepared to handle.
Yeah.
Right.
but
it comes
I
there.
think she should have been open and been like, hey, this is what it was. I
Right.
wasn't aware of how unprepared he was in this situation.
That's
I
it.
didn't understand the hurt that I was causing him, and for that I apologize.
If she,
That would've been
years ago, if you would have done that when the rumors were there, would have been deaded. None of this, all this new stuff would have came.
And
out.
then, of course, he got all enlightened and shit and came out and just like, I'm a new man, but this is what happened. I'm going to tell you all my story.
I got an album to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
For me, I would think I like the Obamas, just because they look.
That's a good one.
They
Oh, you said the
look-
Obamas. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they look
yeah.
like they look like actual people. Like they,
Yeah.
even though they're celebrities and they're big, they don't look like they're too big. if you will.
They actually try to be as normal as possible.
Yeah, and I could appreciate that. Them and the Legend family. John Legend.
and Chrissy.
Chrissy? Yeah.
I remember Chrissy was saying one time when John tried to break up with her, he was like, he was like, I think I need some space. You know, it's not gonna work. He just told him, no.
Space.
So I'll see you when you get home.
Space.
And I love that he was just. And now they're married, and she was one of those women. I'm not taking no for an answer. You're my man. You're gonna be my husband. This is it. No, bro. Like, and here he is today.
Kind of concerned for John now. I didn't know
Me too.
that happened.
That's why he dances like that. He's trying to get away.
He's like spelling help on the floor.
And like there was a video, I guess like somebody had caught her like, you know how like on the red carpet like when they're walking and they're cute.
Oh,
and
yeah,
cute,
yeah.
And then she just went fucking ape shit on somebody, and he like was holding her like, baby, calm down.
shit.
Calm down.
And she was
I
like,
could see that
fuck.
happening.
And she just went
She's
back
like
to smiling. I was just like,
smiling,
oh lord.
Wow.
Because when you see her go off on Twitter, it goes from 0 to 100 so fast.
Man,
And
feisty.
it's such a subtle 100.
Yes.
It's just like,
Yes.
you dirty bastard.
I like that they make fun
It's
of
just
each other
like,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, nah, they're good.
Oh damn, you guys are good. I didn't think about them.
Wait, Jen, so you still haven't given us one.
She's like, I can't.
Kathy, did you have any?
I'm piggybacking off of
There you go.
Aaron.
Easy.
I think I thought of one a second ago. I mean, of course, everybody loved Nipsey and Lauren when he was alive.
Oh,
That
God
one,
bless.
We were just
Yeah.
watching the video. I can't think of one off the top. I know I love love, and I'm sure there's like a million of them in my head. But
Yeah.
but one that I know is terrible couple.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Trump and Melania. What is going on with that? What is that?
So what part exactly do you want to dive into?
Everything's
The
wrong.
hand holding makes me laugh.
Oh, the hand makes you so
The
happy.
hand thing, and he keeps trying. You swat up and down that you can go around grabbing pussies, but you can't grab this woman's hand.
She actively swats his
She
hand away.
carries the biggest purse in her closet every time down them airplane
And
stairs.
she-
I'd be like, yo, I'm clumsy. Secret Service, hold my bag. She's like,
I
no.
genuinely think Melania is the key to getting him out of office.
100,000% true.
Well, tell us more. What
She
you
knows.
mean?
She knows shit.
What?
But you think she would spill stuff while
I'm
she's
saying
with him?
if she had the capability
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
and her life probably wouldn't be in danger, she would have done it.
She can't.
Yeah.
I wonder what happens when he loses his presidency. You got to put it in the atmosphere. And he's no longer in office. What she does.
We were talking about that, me and
She's
Darlene.
about to go, yeet. Like, just take off. Like,
Right.
bump this.
Do we get a tell-all book? Do we think she's going to go silent? Like,
I think-
Honestly, my hopes would that be like she just join Playboy and continue her past endeavors.
okay, yeah, she did do that
Yes,
before. Yeah, yeah.
whatever makes you happy.
Oh, she'd make a grip. Not that she needs it, but.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, no, she wouldn't need it.
No.
Go ahead, sis. Grace the covers.
But yeah, I don't know if they have a prenup or whatever. But if I was her, I'd be counting the days down to divorce this man.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has the capability, but
But then again, you don't know what connects he has. He probably
That's what I'm
threatened her
saying.
entire life.
her
Okay.
family back in whatever country next to Russia she's from.
I hate you.
Oh, my God.
I actually looked it up the other day. I'm like, was her country part of USSR when it was a
Oh,
thing?
the former. Yeah.
Wow.
I think she's from like
USSR.
Slovakia.
So I know before you started, you said that you had a hard stop, and we're getting close to that, and I'm very sad because I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay.
So let me get these questions in first.
Yes.
She Did you have something first?
No, I was
Or-
gonna try to let her give her.
Yeah,
her
no.
outros. But go
Sorry,
ahead,
I
go
thought
ahead,
she was
go ahead.
hanging for a while. I got
Go ahead,
comfortable.
go ahead.
All right, so
Now ask your question.
you had mentioned that you got featured in Essence twice, and then this time you got featured in
Black News.
How does that happen? Like is it just the reach
One
or
answer
what you got?
and one answer only. I'm the shit, baby.
Oh.
Slide around me. No, I'm kidding.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I was like, is it pee on that man? Is that the
Who
truth?
did you pee on in the industry? And what is the contact? So, honestly, you really want to know how the Essence thing happened?
How?
I love telling this story. So, I literally was a part of a business Facebook group, and I was starting off my brand, and I just felt lost. So I don't remember what my question was. And I remember thinking, oh, this question is so stupid, I don't want to ask. And I told myself, this is the year you're going to leave no stone unturned. Even if you feel like it's not going to be successful, you're going to do it. So I asked the question. So then someone inboxed me like, oh, I'm part of the Essence team, blah, blah. Mind you, there was no picture, no nothing. I was just like, bitch, you ain't finna scam me, but I'm going to listen. So she was just like, oh, you know, for the 25th anniversary, we're throwing this new entrepreneurship out. We'd love to have your brand, but you have to send us, it was like, I think it was like $3,000 worth of product. And I was sitting there like, these 16 hours just be rough, man. I don't know if I could, but then I was just like, fuck it. In business, you lose money. It's just, that's just how it is. So I remember sending the products.
Really?
Like literally at the post office, like with the things you drag like heavy material with. And I was like, Lord. And then when I was like featured like with their like new entrepreneurship, I was just like, oh, God, Lord,
really?
Thank you. And they had invited me out to New York. I sat with Dennis, the owner of like Shea Moisture.
Really?
Because he actually owns Essence too.
Oh,
I sat with him, and he just had us all together, and it's just like, he's just like, anytime you need anything, you know, just let me know. I was just like, sir, you done told the wrong one. But, you know, that was a great opportunity. Doing something called the Essence Festival in New York, 10,000 people there, and like within 2 hours selling out. So it's just like being able to experience those things just started from asking a question in a Facebook group.
That's awesome.
So it's just like, if you're going to start or pursue anything, I don't care if it's taking you years, ask the questions, do whatever you feel is necessary for you to succeed, and you are going to get no's. I've heard a lot of no's where I'm just like, yeah, fuck you, I'm dope. But it's a fuck you, I'm dope. And sometimes it's those people come back and want to work with you.
Right. Right.
So it's just like, take your losses gracefully and keep it pushing.
Most important thing, just put yourself out there. You just got to.
And I'm going to tell you something right now. Everybody's connected some way, shape, or form.
Sure enough.
Sometimes the people that you look up to, you're connected to them and you don't even know how. But somebody's following them who's following you, but you don't know that they know. So just keep going and pushing forward.
All right. Love it. All right. Damn, I can keep going, but we can wrap it, man. Damn.
We gotta have you back when you got more time.
Word.
But can you tell the people where we could find information about you? Your
Wait,
socials
I feel like
and
you
stuff?
have an interesting question.
No. I just be going.
He's-
They're like, no,
does.
stop. He does this.
I just be going.
This is what he does.
He's the one who's good at that.
So tell the good people where we could find information about you, your socials and things like that.
Oh, damn. Y'all want to stop following the kid? So on social media, you can find me at Coco Kathi. I'm going to spell it because some people be spelling it very weird. It's COCO _ Kathi with a K. KATHI. And everything is linked to my bio in there.
Awesome.
So the membership, we have ebooks, how to suck dick, how to eat pussy, what to eat to make your pussy wet, what to stay away from, because when a guy goes down on you, he does not want to smell garlic. So
Again, I have so many things to ask, but we'll save it for next time. So many things.
And plus, we know that you wouldn't be all the way open on a podcast. with
I might,
microphones.
depending.
I don't know.
No, not with certain. No, you're right.
We know you. We'll have to get together.
next time we're
privately
going to talk about butt plugs.
Yeah.
Yes, we skip
Wow.
out.
I love how just me and you were like, okay. They're like, yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
It's so
Because we
simple.
both were like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, butt plugs.
But certainly, thank you for taking the time out to stop by our little podcast. And,
Thank you for having me.
and
Nothing is
hopefully-
ever little. Please do not say that again on your podcast.
So what Darren does, sorry to hold you again, but so Darren will say, don't listen to our podcast though, or no, we out here
We don't put that in
and
the
we
atmosphere.
popping. Yeah, don't
Sorry, I have
don't
to
shut
stop
our
you
stuff
right
down, Darren.
We don't do that.
You too, Jen. I know how you do it.
If I know people aren't religious, even if you're not religious, even if you're not spiritual, it's true. There is power in the tongue. Whatever you put out there, if you think it's small, it's going to remain small.
Sure enough.
If you think nobody's listening, nobody's going to listen.
And Jen would like both, for it to remain small and nobody listens.
I want you guys to be great.
There you go.
Thank you. We
Thank
want you to be great as well.
It's
And you're
gonna
already
be
great.
it's gonna be an amazing podcast that grows.
Receive it.
People are going to be requesting to be on the podcast and be like, we booking for the next 6 months.
Sure
So
enough. Come
we'll
on
reach
now.
out.
Come on.
This is going to be great. I love you guys.
I receive
I
it.
love what you're doing.
Yes, thank you.
we're not going to say the word little anything, because I hate when people are like, I see you with your little business. No, bitch. First of all, it's not a little business. It's a great big business.
See? No little. Big things I want.
Get her out of here for a second. Blow up.
Yo, she done. Cut the mic. Cut the mic.
Kathy, thanks for joining us.
Hey, we'll be back. Yo, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi, guys.
Hope
Great
you like the commercial
conversations.
Yes.
Thanks again to Kathy for coming through.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've always thought about, we talk about porn and stuff all the time. Well, not all the time, but a lot of time.
Mostly.
It finds its way in almost every conversation, right? And like we talking about the squirting thing, and I've always been like, yo, if somebody made a business where a couple could go, and they could be somebody to coach them, right?
Wow.
I've always thought that should exist, but it would be seen as so taboo.
Yes.
To
But they'll
put
probably
that
make
out.
a lot of
But
that.
Not to the whites.
Right.
On rest in peace, Real Sex. I used to watch. I used to watch Real Sex on the HBO.
on the black box.
Yeah, we didn't pay for it. We would watch. We would watch HBO. Real Sex would come around like 11 o'clock, 12 around now, and I remember class. There were several couples in there, all white couples, but the instructor, the woman, was telling the men how to finger their woman right there, walking them through
I
it.
saw this.
See, it's coming back to you.
But that was a part of a TV show.
No, it was Real Sex. Like you would follow.
Yes, that's what I'm
So it
saying.
was
Real
really-
Sex 34.
So that's the thing. Like, even if there is a company or a business like that in your local area, you won't know about it because it doesn't
No,
get
you won't.
advertised and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
you have to go on the
On the
Googles
low, yeah.
and find somebody who knows somebody who can
Yep.
direct. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
But if somebody had just had that as like a mainstream business,
Oh yeah.
they
like,
would make a lot of money.
like a chain. Goddamn. Like every state, this is the brand. We stick by our brand. Our
Yep.
counselors are trained
standing
by
by.
it. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
But I could also see guys, some guys, like, their ego too big. I'm not going, nobody's going to teach
Well,
me
then
how
they
to
don't
do
have
this.
to.
They won't have.
Yeah, I know, but-
there's people who want to do better, right? Because you're not going to get 100% of the population. And if people are struggling with this, like, because some dudes aren't well endowed, right? Some dudes aren't, they just don't know how to move when having sex or whatever. So whatever aid a class like that could give them would be beneficial to please
Or
their
some
woman.
people would just find it to be a sexy thing to do.
Yeah.
It might not even
that too.
be,
Yeah.
one of us isn't, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could be like, oh, this
New
is,
experience.
it's kind of like going to the adult
Yeah.
store with your partner.
Right. No, it's true, and that's that sexual freedom that Kathy is trying to, get folks to to express, because it's important. It brings life. It brings joy.
Joy.
So, guys, just come on, textbook. So,
If you didn't say it by now, be ashamed of yourself.
Be ashamed.
so it's important, and then society gets to that place, and then things like that aren't so taboo, and then maybe a chain like that could exist.
Because, like I said, I think about all these things all the time. Another part of that business, I was actually talking to Darling about this one day. Would somebody hire someone to record them and their partner in the bedroom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how it came up, because we were just like, chat. We be chatting about everything, and it's especially a lot of women like being watched. They like being.
Yep.
They don't like to admit it, but basically every woman sent nudes to somebody or taken one, or even if you just took the picture, looked at it, and deleted it. Everybody's done it because you like to. It's like the lingerie thing.
Yep.
So, if there's somebody in the room recording you and your partner, that could be a turn on for a woman who has that secret desire to be watched, but not really. And, I think that could be like a cool little bedroom thing for a couple,
I think
like
so
a
too.
cooking class.
Yeah, especially like if the videographer is really dope, like
Yeah.
really dope.
Because
with
people
it.
have taken pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, Jen, I'm loving the ideas.
Way off topic, because we're not good for transitions.
Darren, you could be. Aspire to be better at that.
And I aspire to be as random as possible.
Yeah. I got to send a big apology to my dear friend Nieves.
That's okay.
Yeah, she chewed me out pretty good last week.
What you
so
did?
remember I was telling you guys the story of me throwing up and
Oh, you said you wasn't sure if she was home or she was in the car, if she was on the phone.
yeah. So the first time I popped out the car, she held my hair. She held my hair first, and I failed to mention that.
That's what she got mad at.
I'd get mad at that.
Yeah,
Are you gonna give her all that credit for holding your hair, being a good friend, and you didn't mention me? I did it first.
Yes. So
Yeah, I'm with your
I
girlfriend.
humbly
that's
apologize,
true.
my dear friend.
Because you said Stacy held it the second at the
I
other
believe
place,
she
right?
held it the second time.
Gotcha.
She was with me the second time. Again, I don't remember much. I just
drunk.
know the big plots, if you will. So yeah, I apologize deeply. Hope you forgive
dear.
me.
So I know we always attempt and fail at the weekend thing, but so we won't even do that this time. But
Yes.
I will extend a congratulations to 3 lovely couples that are expecting really soon. Congratulations to Demetrius and Carol. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me over. They're welcoming a baby boy. Congratulations to Josh and Venus. They have 2 boys right now. They're welcoming a girl. Super excited. They did the reveal.
Congrats. Ooh,
Very
girl,
exciting.
after 2 boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So congrats to them. And congrats to Yemi and Ashley. Welcoming a boy. Yemi has 2 girls. Roll the dice. Got the boy. So yes, congratulations. If you're trying to have a baby that's opposite of the sex of the baby or babies that you have now, seems like 2020 is the year. So, go ahead. Give it a shot. Don't blame me, though, if you get a 5th of the same one.
Kind of wish there was if you want a boy. So I've always heard when you're happy in a relationship.
Oh, boy. I don't know if you want to do this.
Listen, if you're happy in a relationship. This is what I've heard. I don't necessarily believe in it, but it says if you're happy in a relationship and you have a kid and it's a boy, you have a boy because you're happy. That's what I've heard.
The couple is happy or the
couple
man
is
is happy?
happy.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
So what happens if you have a girl, Darren?
I don't know. So I kind of want to know: is there a way to assure yourself, hey, we're gonna get this girl? Because I'll be honest with you guys. I don't want any more children.
Right.
But
He
if I
said,
could
I'll be honest with you.
as if I haven't
wouldn't
been
believe him.
right, as if I haven't been spewing this message all over the world. I don't want any more children. But if I could be assured we'd have a girl, I'd be in.
Really?
I would love to see what a girl would us look like.
So you would have a 5th child to
If
have
it was a girl.
A girl.
Oh, roll the dice.
Interesting.
No.
No, yeah, that's too dangerous.
It's much too dangerous. Kaiser drives me insane. And he's 1.5. So, yeah.
Sheesh. How do we get on that? Oh yeah, the congratulations. Yes, I forget everything.
That's dope. I DJ'd a wedding this weekend.
You
This past
did
weekend,
in the age of
Saturday.
COVID.
In the age of COVID, it's very interesting experience. I kept my mask on about 90% of the time.
That long, but you were away from everybody.
I was away from everybody,
Yeah.
but still, because when I'm DJing, I don't pay attention. So
Somebody walk up to you.
and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
But I noticed people. We all know people don't care about COVID, but people really don't care about COVID. Like I got there and I'm getting out the car, I'm putting my mask on, I get my backpack, and the first guy I come to, hey, you got a DJ? Yep. Goes shake my hand, and I was like, go. You have to be weird,
Yeah.
and it feels unprofessional of me to not shake
Shit.
your hand. I understand it.
I want to
but-
live. Shit.
So I do the right, but still you find people who are like, give me a hug, right? On top of DJing a wedding in the age of COVID, which was the bigger thing on my mind, I'm forgetting that there's all these things about actually DJing a wedding that I haven't done. This is my first wedding of 2020,
No, that's true.
right? So
Damn.
beautiful couple getting married. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And they told me before they want a little bit of country, a little bit of
Rock and roll.
a little bit of rock and roll. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. And but for most of the time, I played whatever I want until the guy came to me. He was like, hey, listen, do you have any? Can you play? And I'm like, and he goes, slip down, cut the cord. And I was like,
Oh.
is
Is that an abortion song?
Wow, Jen, you're too good. You're too good.
Real
That's
question.
very good. I heard that and I said, I don't know which is the artist or is this the song? Is this the whole song? Like, I don't know. He goes, and I'm like,
Nah, bro.
I
Never heard that shit.
don't. So he's like, I was like, I'll look it up, see if I can find it. And he disappears. I went to quickly on my phone, Google. I just typed in what he said to me because I didn't know what he said. And Google was like, I got nothing, bro. So he comes back. He's like, "Oh, it's slide down, cut the cord." And I'm like, "It's slide down, the song, or the art? Like, which is which? Please, I beg, help me." So apparently, then he was like, "Okay, it's 2 songs. It's by Slide Down, and it's Cut the Cord, and then Devil." I said, "There's a song called Devil." He said, "Yeah. If you could play one after the other, it'd be great."
Okay.
Go, my friend, go. I will play your song. I quickly get the songs, and I cue it up. And I forget with rock songs, it's not like R&B, it's not like hip hop where there's a beat.
Right.
I can't. I like to beat match. That's my style. I like to slide from one song to the other. It was a very difficult transition.
I'm surprised you even tried to transition.
So I hear
He's
the
made as
first
a professional.
right. So I hear the first bit of it, and I'm like, I just volume down. Got a special request going out.
There you go.
Play, right? And these people proceeded to do a mini mosh pit or mash pit or however you.
Wedding?
Mosh pit. Very dope. I love it.
And I was like, aha. So 3 minutes in, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, wait a minute. We're still in the age of COVID. Not like COVID just disappeared because.
Oh, a mosh pit and
So
man.
they're all pushing into each other, and granted we're in Connecticut, and then and I was just like, oh, man.
Yeah, some people you wouldn't even think there was a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're right.
Oh.
Right.
That was a turn in
Yeah.
that story.
And then somehow the second song was somehow worse than the first song.
We got to hear
named
these
Devil.
songs after.
Yeah.
It's named Devil. So
Yeah, it was very
By the same group?
Yes.
by Slide Down.
By Slide Down?
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
Is it Slipknot?
No, it wasn't Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
I know Slipknot.
Look, we thought. We was like, we know rock.
Yeah. I'm here.
We was like, got this.
No?
Nah?
They did ask for a Metallica joint, and I was super had it.
Which one?
Enter the Sandman.
I love that song.
Yep.
I love that song. Yes.
Yeah. So
That's so funny.
that was my weekend.
Well, I have a segue from there since you brought up
Yay.
COVID. I heard this on like the radio or something, and I didn't look up the article till now. I just text myself what I heard them say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the title of this article from Forbes magazine. KFC temporarily dropping its iconic finger-licking good slogan is a sign of the times.
I heard this.
Are you kidding me?
It's not known how many people actually do lick their fingers after eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, but for now, the company is saying simply don't. This week, KFC. Why do Americans need this much instruction on how to stay alive? Why do we need this much instruction? Why does this much hand-holding?
Kudos to KFC for finding a way to market and advertise in a global pandemic. That is so brilliant. Because I don't care what's going on in the world. I'm licking my own finger. But them doing that, boom, is news. Oh, I love it.
This week, KFC, part of the Yum Brands group of fast food brands, said it was temporarily dropping its iconic "It's finger looking good" slogan from its advertising in light of pandemic safety concerns regarding bringing your hands into contact with your mouth. We find ourselves in a unique situation, having an iconic slogan that doesn't quite fit in the current environment.
God.
The company's global chief marketing officer said in a statement, according to an AP story, KFC called this tagline the most inappropriate slogan of 2020.
What?
I love this. I love this.
And while the slogan, which the company has used for 64 years, will be dropped for the remainder of the year, it will be back just when the time is right.
God bless.
Of course, exercising an advertising slogan is easier said than done. Oh, exercising, sorry. I can never spell the word exercise. Anyone know that? So, exercising an advertising slogan is easier said than done. While it can be dropped from current ads, the finger-licking wording appears throughout KFC's packaging and in its restaurant signage. Indeed, finger-licking good still appears on the company's website in a section describing the cooking process developed by Colonel Harlan Sanders with, lest we forget, 11 herbs and spices. I'm not going to keep reading this nonsense. America.
Keeps reading.
I love it. I love it.
So, yeah.
Smart. It's smart. Don't lick your fingers.
Don't lick your fingers. You get COVID like that. Not from going to fast food restaurants, though.
Oh, my goodness.
Eating food cooked and packaged by some other person.
So I don't know if you guys are like this, but whenever I hear a press conference, I think, okay, so somebody had to go, hey, call up whoever, call up the news. We're going to have a press conference at 11. And then, all right, cool. and then they make a little podium, and then they go outside, and there's a crowd. And I always wonder, like, okay, who's in the crowd that wants to hear what KFC has to say? Like, all right, cool.
I would go. Like, yo,
There we
Jen,
go.
you busy at 1 o'clock? KFC got something to say.
Yeah.
Mad people will go.
Outside. All right, let's go outside. And then, they have to put up a rope to block off people.
What's going on in there?
Did you have your KFC dinner yet or nah?
Or nah.
See, I told you you ain't what gonna do.
real.
I told you.
Real.
Ain't real. So, yeah. And then, yeah, we already know this. And then, the person comes out, the spokesperson, who I'm sure nobody knows, because who the fuck would know who the spokesperson of KFC
Probably
is?
a person in a Colonel Sanders costume if they really want to get ratings.
Which tells me the mascot person might be right behind him, like,
Like a
greeting
puppeteer.
children. Hey, Colonel. Doing all this shit on the side. Thank you all for coming today.
Shit.
And so there's going to be no questions today. We just wanted to come out and formally announce
That we are not using
that
our
we
slogan.
are not using the slogan, there'll be no more.
And then the crowd.
So
It's the most inappropriate slogan of 2020.
You had the cameras.
Sir, Kevin, no questions. That'll be all. And then he goes back inside.
Sounds like a Trump press conference.
It does.
No, CNN, you're not very fair. Fake news.
Nasty.
Go
man.
home.
That guy's nasty guy.
What other slogan? should
Your
we
shirt
bring?
has a bear dabbing.
Thank
Wearing
you.
Jordans.
Wearing
That's
Jordan
very cute.
3s.
That's
Oh
cute.
wow, didn't even know that.
That's cute.
You didn't know which part.
I didn't know the
That he's
Jordan
wearing
3.
Jordans.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't
sneakers
gonna bring
like
it
that.
up.
I don't know sneakers like
I
that.
see if he didn't know what a dab was, if it was a dab. I had to make sure to think he didn't know when, like, oh, wow.
That's true. It could have been the dab. It easily could have been the dab.
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's not checking.
I thought he was sneezing into his teeth.
He's a check of his deodorant.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So there's that.
Mom.
Speaking of things that should be banned, which you guys claim I support this guy and I don't.
Oh, here we go.
Mr. Cruz himself, which is funny because his last name is my wife's last name.
Your wife's old last name.
No.
Wait, oh, no, still.
It's hyphenated.
Oh, that's right. Did she hyphen?
No, not yet.
Oh, no?
No.
Yeah.
The kid's a hyphen.
The kid's a hyphen.
You said not yet?
No, maybe in the future she'll do it.
maybe,
It's
maybe
a good
not.
reason.
It's not really. At this point, it's like so much work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
a
not
good
like
reason for it.
in
to
the
keep
olden
it, and
days.
I support it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the olden days, women had to do it because you couldn't do anything without having a husband.
Yeah.
Like, can
That changed?
yikes.
I'm sorry.
That's 2 weeks
I know.
in a
I'm
row.
wilding. I'm wilding.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Wilding.
You're
Maybe I
already-
should drink.
You're already being disowned.
I saw that. Please don't disown me. Please don't disown
He's wearing a
me.
King C8 shirt.
I am. I
Equal rights
didn't
and
mean it.
justice.
I love moms. All of them. Even mine.
My best friend's
My
a mom.
best friends are moms. All moms matter.
So I don't know what prompted this guy to say that. Do you know?
Oh, wait, you didn't say what he said.
So
yeah, that's,
Terry Crews all of a sudden put on Twitter, I believe it was, boycott Magic City
For those that don't know, Magic City's a strip club.
in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
No. Yeah.
I went once, but it was
I
like
don't know.
not late at
Does
night.
anybody know what prompted him to go
I
on
have
this?
no
spew?
idea. Maybe he said more since then. Nope. That's his last tweet from 11 hours ago. Boycott Magic City. # Black Lives Matter. Black Love Matters. Sorry.
That's...
So of course in my head I'm like, okay, so why would anybody want to boycott?
Let's
a strip
speculate.
club? Yeah.
Why do you think he's at it?
He,
I got... Oh, you got it?
no, I got it. You go.
I got you. I can
I
see...
volley to you.
I can see him getting in trouble. And then for going to a gentleman's club or going to Magic City specifically. And then breaking down and saying, you know what? I am wrong for going. Those places are bad for the black community. They're bad for relationships. You know what? There you go, baby. Look.
Black Lives Matters.
Boycott. Yeah. I think because there's no other fucking reason why it didn't do shit to you. It don't give a fuck about you unless they didn't let you win. But I don't know.
I feel like I had seen something, but why he said it, but I have no idea what it was.
And it must not have been compelling
serious.
enough because, yeah.
Literally nothing since then.
Guy's a fucking weirdo, man.
That is very weird behavior. I really
So not the other stuff.
no, just this. Everything else is excusable. I really tried to sit and think of reasons why one would voice
Why am I
boycott
offline?
a certain strip club, and I'm like, maybe he was in there and They weren't showing him any love. Hey, he got a white wife. You don't even like us sisters like that.
Oh.
And then
That makes sense. On his way in the car.
I'll show you objectifying men, will you?
Nah, something's up.
Or maybe they pulled him up on stage. Maybe they pulled him up on stage and ridiculed him, if that's how you say the word, and made him embarrass himself. And because that was so, I won't say any names. Was in a strip club once, celebrating a friend's soon-to-be marriage, and they were like, "Yo, if we really want to celebrate him, we'll pull him up on stage.
Oh God.
We'll dance around him, and we'll beat him somewhat.
Oh.
And you just got to pay each dancer for this." And I was like, at first I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I thought, my friend wouldn't like this, so we did not do it. But maybe something like that ensued.
Yeah, maybe. No, he's a weird dude.
He's very weird.
I can't get behind his fucking antics. Fuck you, Terry Crews. You know who else gets a fuck you from me?
Ooh,
Tory Lanez.
why?
Fuck
With
you,
the shooting?
bitch ass nigga. Yeah.
What?
So, Meg Thee Stallion, finally last week.
Such a beautiful woman.
She is. She's an amazing woman, right?
Amazing.
Shout
Darren
out to
says
her.
it every week.
Shout out to Cardi. She's getting her money. She's young. She's only 25 years old, something like that. But you know she was shot. Did you know that, Darren? I know you're not of the culture,
Megan?
but yeah.
I didn't know that.
He really had no idea.
Oh.
Right.
Did she
was
say
a
it in the
joke.
WAP song?
What?
Did she say it in the WAP song?
You wouldn't have heard it anyway.
You wouldn't have heard it. So, so you really didn't know? Okay,
I
damn.
don't follow her like that.
I thought we talked about it here, no?
Nah.
So, what, like 3 weeks ago? Something like that? Meg Thee Stallion was in L.A. kicking it with Kylie Jenner and Tory Lanez and Meg or whatever. They're all kicking it, right? So then we see a few hours later that they got arrested. And then footage came out. You see Meg, because the cops had asked them to get out the car with their guns drawn. They got out the car. You see Meg walking backwards with her hands up, and she's like limping. Then we find out, well, because at first they said she had cut herself on glass because the vehicle's windows were broken. Then we find out she got shot. So we're like, wait, who shot Meg? And if it's Tory in the car and the bodyguard and one of Meg's friends, somebody in the car shot her? No one said anything. Meg didn't say anything. She just said, I'm good. I was scared for my life.
But I thought from that beginning part they said Tory shot her. That's why I'm confused.
It was speculation. So,
Okay.
yeah, it was never confirmed. But we just knew that she got shot. And then people were even questioning that, Darren, because she got shot in the foot, but then was still like out and about. So people were like, wait, how you get shot?
And you're still walking around.
And you're walking around, ain't
a real
no
one.
bones broken. There's mad little tiny bones in your feet. How, whatever. So I can't remember which came first, if she posted the footage or said that Tory did it. But she had posted the footage of her getting her stitches out. But she got shot like towards the back. Yeah, so not much bone, but like it was pretty nasty looking. And so then she also got on her Instagram Live and straight up said, yo, Tory shot me. Tory Lane, I got out. I think they were arguing something. She got out the car just to walk away from him, and she shot him.
What a
He
bitch.
shot her.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So, bitch ass Tory Lanez, fuck you. I don't want to hear shit from you. I'm sure there's a lot of people in your head already, so we ain't got to say a lot. But I think with all this, he's gonna end up getting brought up on charges. I think he got bailed out that first night, but we haven't seen or heard from him since, as it should be. And I hope he goes to jail.
Me too.
Like Meg, and fuck that. Any woman.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single reason why I would put my hands on, hit, let alone shoot a woman. I don't even want to shoot a person. I'll fight you before I shoot you. Like, why? I don't know, man.
Facts, for real.
No, so fuck Tory Lanez and Meg. We send mad pod love your way. I watched the WAP video a few more times, to show you.
in solidarity.
Yeah, in solidarity. God bless. Yeah.
We stand with Meg.
Oh, shout out to them and WAP. I don't know what happened, but all I know is Malay, hi, baby. I hope it's not embarrassing. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
If you have to ask yourself, then don't.
So, right, she I don't know, she randomly said that she watched some WAP challenge and ended up watching a bunch of it in a day.
Okay.
And then later in the evening, she did something, and I was like, oh, thank you, Meg. Thank you, Cardi. I don't know if it had something to do with that, but hey, thumbs up, man.
I don't feel like you should have said that.
Nah.
Do you want to cut this out?
I got to wait till you see my wife before I can say stuff like that.
You gotta go home and tell her right away.
I'm just saying, man. That wherever she learned it, that was fine.
Even that was fine. I don't know where to go from there.
Hold on.
Where is it?
I got y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna click on this. This is from Monday.
What's up?
Cheetos mac and cheese is coming to stores, and we could not be more pumped to try it. Are you pumped to try that?
No,
Why would they make this?
I don't know.
There's a flaming hot,
That's fine.
bold and cheesy, and a cheesy jalapeno.
Oh, those are the 3 flavors of mac and cheese.
Yeah, Cheetos mac and cheese.
No, I'm cool.
Every time I think Cheetos is going to run out of ideas on how to absolutely ruin the world, they go ahead and surprise me by creating something even better than what they did last. I didn't say that. That was the article from Cosmopolitan's opening.
So I always wondered why, like brands like that needed to come out with a different flavor. Like, I always wondered if it was cost effective, if it really brought in that much more. Like, I figure if somebody loves Cheetos, they're just always gonna buy Cheetos. You might grab the new one, but it's toss up if you don't like it or not. But if you're doing well with the one, why create new ones? I don't know. Or maybe that's just like maybe that's not why I'm rich.
Maybe.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like,
Because you underestimate simple Americans and how we need our hand held through life
it's true.
and how greedy this country is. It's like, okay, people love mac and cheese and they love Cheetos and they smoke a lot of reefer.
Ah,
You just helped me. It clicked. So if my sales are here, and then I do the Dorito, the mac and cheese, you see this. Even if it's quick, you do get the bump. Okay, gotcha.
And then kind of like the KFC thing, your name's out and about again.
Right. That's true.
So even if somebody wasn't thinking about getting Cheetos, they'd be like, I'm not getting that mac and cheese, but damn, I can go for a bag though.
Yeah.
Which
Business
it
101.
happened to me the other day, and I bought a bag. And I got in the car, opened it, sprayed my hand with sanitizers, went to go eat it, and I had bought Flamin' Hot. I was so mad.
you see how she crossed her arms?
I was so mad.
You don't like Flamin' Hot?
Not Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I just wanted the regular crunchies.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was so
That
set
is-
for a
yeah,
snack.
that's
That is,
disheartening.
yeah. You ate it
Especially
anyways.
if you had the taste in your mouth. Or especially Cheetos, because you know I'm
You want the crunch?
Yes.
You want the cheesy?
And I got to deal with this.
And I went into the store and I said I'm going directly in for what I'm going for, and I'm leaving. And I actually I beeline to the back of the store, grabbed exactly what I went in there for, came to the register. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, you did not deviate. Oh, Cheetos. So I was already disappointed in myself. Like, you were so close to the door, and then you lost your mission.
Yeah.
And then I get in the car, and I really did fail. My mission was a complete failure.
What'd you go to the store for? Don't even matter. With the Cheetos.
I don't know.
Beef.
Oh, okay.
I went to buy beef because I wanted to make a stew. And I said, I'm going to make a big, hearty stew. In 90-degree weather, I was so excited to make this stew. I was like, I'm going to go.
What day was this?
I don't remember. And
Was
I
it
got
Sunday?
Saturday.
Okay.
It was Saturday, actually. I do remember. And I went and I said, I'm going to get a big pack and then I'm going to get a small pack to get just a little bit more beef. I'll make this a really good stew. And I was so proud. I went to the restaurant. I'm about to go cook. Oh, Cheetos.
I always wonder how, because I went to the store and I got what I wanted and I was out. Maybe like 2 minutes.
Why is that so hard for women?
What is it?
I don't know.
It's so hard for women.
I hate going to the store, so I want to be out there as soon
Me
as possible.
too.
The only
I don't know
store
if
that
that's
I
true.
could really do that in is like Lowe's or Home Depot. I can roam aimlessly for
That is a
How
place.
do you
Unless I'm,
roam
like, in a rush.
aimlessly in Lowe's or Home Depot? It's all nails.
Yo, yesterday I was
So you
like,
look at
So then how do you not understand how a woman could do that?
No,
Someone else
I get it.
only-
Yeah, no,
Oh, now you get it?
Yeah.
no, I
That's
still don't get
terrible.
it.
Well, no, because I like food, but I don't, you know what I mean? I just get what I need and I
Yeah,
go.
because the thing is, if I'm going to Lowe's for something, like I'm going for 3-inch nails, I'm gonna go in, nails, boom, let's go,
Especially if you're doing that job at that moment.
Yes.
You go get something and you're out. Yeah.
boom. You went in to make. You had purpose.
I'm going.
You had purpose.
Yes, I'm going to make food.
You went in, and then
Boom. It was funny because I was gonna meet Darlin somewhere, and then I was like, "Oh shoot, I kind of want to go to Shaw's." He's like, "You know what? Forget it. Then you ain't gotta come meet me." Here. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Damn, can I do it? Can I do it?" And so then I turned into Shaw's, and I got the stuff and I got in the car and I started driving to him, and the whole thing from car on the street going in and coming, car back on the street, 5 minutes. And I was so proud.
That-
when
that's very- yeah.
when I
Really?
got to him, he was like, he saw the bag in the car. He said, "You went to Shaw's?" When?
That is, but
Yeah.
you had to make sure you focused
I
to be able to do it.
focused. So I
Okay.
wanted to make this meal. Actually, you know what? The beef was a different day. But that happened with him.
I'm proud of you though.
That's-
So you are
yeah.
capable.
Yeah, but almost, because I failed, because I grabbed the Cheetos, the $1.89 bag at the register. They got me. They got me again. They got me like they get Darren
Oh yeah, on the way out.
at
Damn.
Lowe's. They got me like they got Darren.
They do. They really got me.
I'm like, how do you buy candy at Lowe's?
Son,
I still haven't done. He's a different kind of animal.
He probably buys the Gatorade to go with it.
I am.
I'd be in line. I'm like, who's gonna get
The Kit Kat.
covered in goddamn
Sawdust.
sawdust? Yeah, who's you?
Me, I'm like, oh, water.
And my thing is out because I assume not that many people do it. So I'm like, how long has this candy been here?
Right.
Not knowing. It's fresh.
Nope.
Not knowing.
I don't.
Bring another box. The dreaded guy was here.
Slim Jims too.
I mean, damn, eat a Slim Jim. Although there's a whole box of Slim Jims.
You don't eat Slim Jims?
I mean, I do, but I won't go out of my way for it.
How else would you get it?
Like, if it's there, like, if Clarabelle buys it for the boys, oh, Slim Jim.
The boys
But-
like Slim Jims.
Yeah. When we were actually dieting, that was one of the things we ate: Slim Jim and cheese stick.
I want. Hold on.
What?
Not-
What? What's the
It's
matter?
protein. It's protein.
It's protein.
I was thinking about it
Processed.
today because they had the ad on the radio for
Wait, I can't. Dieting. It's Slim Jim cheese sticks.
they had the
Wash it down with a Diet Coke.
They had the
To watch my
commercial for
fingers.
that
Sorry,
P3.
dude.
Have you heard of it?
What?
Yeah. Where you got the
P3.
nuts, the cheese, and
cheese and meat. And
Yeah.
I was like, this sounds like somebody cut up a Slim Jim, some cheddar cheese blocks, and some nuts.
oh
You
dear.
have the-
And then I was wondering, is that a thing people do? And then dieting.
Yes. Get a hit of protein and a hit of cheese.
What is the cheese? What is the benefit of cheese?
don't know,
There is
man.
Milk. It's
No,
calcium.
no.
Calcium.
It does the body good, man.
After the age of 3, you don't need it. You don't need cow milk.
You know what?
You
Calcium.
don't even need it at 3. You don't need that shit. Oh boy.
Shit, there was something I was gonna say. So I did something. You guys would be kind of proud of me. The other night was game 4, I believe. or
Oh, you
3.
watched basketball?
I did. I actually sat
Oh.
and I watched the Lakers of Los Angeles take on the Trailblazers of Portland.
Love
It was a rousing game. So I tuned in like third quarter, and I was like, "God damn!"
It was a shellacking.
Yes.
Yes.
But it took me a little bit to get used to the different angles, and I kept wondering myself, "How does anybody watch this? This is dumb." And so I finally figure out, okay, I like this view. I'm like, cool, yes, I'm men.
I can't.
Look at my wife, my sleeping wife. I am men. I'm men. And then the next day, or I think it was the next day or the day after, boycotting.
Yes. Yes.
Take it
look,
on down.
Great
I was-
segue.
I
Look
was
at
like, oh.
that.
Although, guys, this is a great reason to do this, but
I just started again.
I just started. I got over the loss of Jordan, and okay.
Yeah.
So again
yes,
next year.
Yeah, I'm glad they
I'm very happy they did.
Yeah. So get well to
Jacob
Blake. Prayers with his family. And here we are again.
Again, not even, 2-3 months?
Yeah.
It's,
And
I just keep thinking about them kids.
it's so sad.
so for anyone who doesn't know, in Wisconsin,
Kenosha, is it?
gentleman.
Something weird like that.
Yeah, it sounds something Japanese almost. Like it's not
Probably a Native American word.
probably
Native American
Chiefs.
word.
not the Native Americans, the whites. So
It means to be teeth.
gentleman is outside his vehicle talking to the police. I didn't watch the video,
I definitely didn't.
so I can only go by on because when I saw it start and then I read the caption, I just moved on. But he's walking away from a police officer back to his vehicle where his 3 children are inside, and the police officer grabs his shirt or something and shoots him 7 times in the back.
In the back.
7 times in the back.
Young man is paralyzed.
Paralyzed from the waist down, I believe.
On the waist down.
I don't know one, why you would shoot anybody in the back as a police officer, because he's not a threat.
Nope.
Even like criminals and people in the streets, whatever, even they have a code that you don't shoot nobody in the back.
Right. Or you don't hit me. Like, if my back is turned, I'm walking away, and you hit me, it's a sucker punch.
Yeah, a sucker.
So we got to create something for a puss-ass cop that shoots somebody in the back. That's not even just a sucker move. That's something else. And I don't know how. God was with him. 7 shots, close range, and you're still alive. So we thank God for that. Yep. Super unfortunate. And, you know, people kept the same energy, protesting. And now some little pussy-ass boy at the protest shot and killed 2 protesters. Y'all saw that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't watch that video either.
I heard of it.
Again, same thing. Can't watch it. Things aren't going to get better.
They arrested him. Just make it known. They arrested him.
Yeah.
He wasn't shot at all.
No, of course not.
He was.
I think he walked back after he did it to the police with his hands up, and they took him into custody. Mm-hmm. Shit's gonna get worse. That's a new element now to this. We are protesting. We're here, and someone comes and shoots at us. People were carrying their rifles, protecting property and police officers before, but I don't know if anyone was fatally shot before. I know there was an incident with somebody getting hit with a car. Maybe there was somebody fatally shot. I can't recall, but a 17-year-old kid killed 2 people that were protesting. Somebody getting shot by a police officer. Shit's not gonna get better.
I saw something right before we came here where it was like, people are protesting and half the country's mad about it. Mm-hmm. But then athletes quietly or peacefully protest by not playing, and those same people are still mad about it.
Yep.
So
What do you want?
Right. So it's not the protest it's not the issue that you're mad about. It's the fact that people have the nerve to open their mouth and not want to just accept it as that's how it is.
Right. It's sickening, and it's kind of like arguing with a fool, right? Mm-hmm. Because a fool will stand on their position, right or wrong, whether knowing they're wrong, all the evidence presented, it's a losing battle. Yep. So I will look at the comments, right? They'll say the Milwaukee Bucks did not come out to the game. The game has been canceled. They're boycotting for the game. SportsCenter will post it, and you'll see all the comments. People will argue with the folks who are saying, either just shut up and dribble, why do you have to make this political, all this shit. We already know those people aren't going to listen. But there are still people who will go in and go back and forth with them. There's no point. It is what it is. The line has been drawn in the sand, yo. And that's why I say shit ain't going to get better, because that pussy-ass kid shot people. You think protesters aren't going to go strapped now to protest? Mm-hmm. You think they're not going to just, if somebody says something or points a gun at them or whatever, you think they're not going to just shoot? It's not going to get any better. And all because they will not arrest and convict these cops. You can stop all of this shit if you just arrest, try and convict these cops.
Or even just condemn this behavior before it even happens.
At least, we can't even get that.
Can't even... Because they're like, oh, well, we have to look at the footage. There's video. Oh, the video is kind of grainy. Okay, so let me ask you then, what is that line that someone crosses that makes this acceptable? Right. Because now you're trying to claim there is a scenario in which this person was supposed to be handled this way.
Right. Because they'll justify, well, he was walking to his car to grab a knife. I've seen that a million times in the comments. His back was turned. The cop was within like 2 or 3 feet from him.
Was he in his car?
You can grab him. You can subdue him. You can do a million other things.
Then don't follow him to the car. If you're that scared. Don't follow him to the car.
So when you're justifying somebody getting killed, that just tells me you don't care. You don't care. And even if you keep the same energy and would say the same thing about a white person getting killed by a cop, fuck you anyways. It's not even just a black or white thing. It's a people thing.
Human thing.
Yeah, like
there's no scenario where anyone's justified to be handled that way.
It's not okay.
Period. Don't matter what they look like.
There are very few scenarios, next to no scenario in this life of ours, to where we should be in a position where we have to take someone's life.
Nope.
If you really think about it, in our brain, we have to go to the deepest, darkest place for us to have to feel like we would kill somebody. And these motherfuckers is just fucking trigger happy. I can't, man. I can't. It's just sickening. It's sickening.
We've said it before on this podcast. I'm going to say it again. The only people who can stop racism is the racists.
Right.
We
right.
can say it to our blue, purple, yellow in the face. Yet the people who are being attacked are not the ones who cause it.
Right.
So we can't change it just by saying it. The people who are doing it have to consciously say to themselves, you know what? This is dumb. And until that happens, it doesn't matter how many times you say it to them. Like you said, if a fool really wants to say this is what it is and this is what it is to them. Period.
Right. Mine's made up, man. So, hey, keep fighting the good fight. Shit ain't going nowhere, man.
Stop being racist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shit.
Well, I went to Boston yesterday for work, and on Washington Street, they had the yellow Black Lives Matter on the street.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Nice. And anybody
great.
try to...
Come on, no.
Okay, good.
It's Roxbury.
Yeah.
You're right.
Come on.
You're right.
Because we went to one of the stores out there for work. And so I parked the car and I'm like, what's this big crosswalk? Because, you know, when you're standing in it, you can't see the words. And so I'm just like, what's this big yellow crosswalk? They got all the way. Oh,
Love it.
that's
Love it,
nice.
love it, love it.
So, yeah.
Keep that.
And
Keep that.
I always knew there was an MLK Boulevard out there, but I somehow never realized they had a Malcolm X Boulevard too.
Yeah, see, I don't know that part of
Boston?
Boston that well. Did you say you saw Black is King already? Did you mention that?
Black is King, no.
You know what it is, right?
Beyonce's thing, right?
Gotta make sure.
I was so nervous. I was like, ah.
Thank you guys for knowing me.
Yeah.
It's out of touch with everything.
I finally watched it. Oh boy,
It's good.
I haven't watched it yet.
Is it
so
too much?
good. No. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's man. So I actually watched it with my mother and Andrina because they filmed a lot of it in Ghana and Nigeria. So I figured my mother would get a kick out of it, and she was all into it. Beyonce is doing something that not a lot of people have done in regards to, like, you're one of the biggest stars, pop stars, period, in the world of our generation, lifetime. You can make whatever kind of music you want. You can keep doing the same shit, make money, whatever, live in your high castle and not even care. She's choosing to make a particular genre of music to uplift Black people, to uplift children, to uplift girls. We're not even going to see the impact of what something like Black is King is doing to the younger generation.
Right.
The man, so the brown skin girl song was on the Lion King soundtrack, but they put it in Black is King, and there's a video. Like each song has its own kind of video component, but that video, it gives me goosebumps. Like it's just amazing. The entire Black is King. I don't even know what to call it. You know, Michael Jackson spawned this though with like Moonwalker, where you make like the film with.
Is it kind of like what she did for Lemonade that was on HBO? It was,
Yeah.
It was like an hour long.
Like a movie.
It's kind of like a movie, but it's really the videos of the song, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. And so they took, and it kind of has like a Lion King premise to where like some songs will pertain to it, and there's the story, but then some songs are kind of like just for the video aspect. But the entire thing is black. The only time you see white folks is when they're her servant in the place, and not even on some disrespectful shit. It's just, hey, that's Jeeves, you know, like that's it. But to see the artists from Ghana, the artists from Nigeria, the clothes, the fashion, it's not bones in the nose shit, swollen bellies bullshit that they put on TV, all that propaganda that was on there for years. No, it showed wealth, it showed pride, it showed culture, it showed the fashion, it showed the dancing, the talent, everything that we are. And she didn't have to do that. She's from Houston. She could have just kept everything U.S., just big up. Nah, she went over and said, nah. Come on, and we're going to put this on Disney+. Disney. Yeah, it's different, man. Salute to her, man.
I had that feeling when the soundtrack came out. Because the Black is King thing, it kind of, it was one of the things where I'm like, okay, once again, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're geniuses in making money. So I say that all the time, even with the whole Tidal thing. No matter what kind of playlist you create on Tidal, they're going to find a way to put a Beyonce song in that damn list. She's going to get a spin or two. It's so great.
They do that with Drake on these other shits.
Yeah. But you would think, okay, Jay-Z's going to find a way to put a Jay-Z song. No, it's always a Beyonce song.
Yep.
Cool. So when she did the Lion King soundtrack, it's kind of like when they did the Black Panther soundtrack with Kendrick.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, this is really dope. But I was like, okay, Beyonce doing the soundtrack, but I was surprised that it was basically Afro beats and African type music versus the first Lion King soundtrack where it was just more like soundtracky pop music. You know what I mean? And I was like, but this makes sense. Why wouldn't it be African music?
Exactly.
Why would it not be?
Right. Current African music. Come on.
And so I love the album for that fact. I'm like, this just makes so much sense because if mainstream America makes a soundtrack, they're making it in LA.
Right.
Yep.
And that's it.
Right.
For theirs.
Right. And to sell, right? Because you want to appeal to the broader audience, bullshit, whatever. We are the fucking culture. What are you talking about?
So she's making the broader audience come to her.
There you go. Oh, it's so amazing.
Definitely take a listen tomorrow.
Yeah, even so they bust it down. They got a couple of videos that you could just watch that are just pulled from there. So one is Brown Skin Girl. It's on YouTube, and they're already. Yeah, so that's another one. Oh, love it.
But like I was saying about them making money, that soundtrack came out over a year ago. So for the year anniversary, they re-released it on Tidal.
Of course.
And so that's what I first saw, but I'm like, these slick. So that's why I just thought they were just putting the album out again. I didn't realize until people started talking, I'm like, oh, there's a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
But really, it stems from the same project.
Right.
And you just found a way to make, like Cheetos and mac and cheese. You found a way to make money, again, from something you already made.
Because other than Brown Skin Girl, there's a couple of a Burna Boy song that was on the Blackest King that was in that was on the Lion King is on Blackest King.
Yeah.
And Blackest King doesn't have a soundtrack, so I'm guessing they pulled them songs from other things, or maybe it'll come at some point. But powerful to watch. I just felt proud because my mother was like, as she was watching it, oh, that's so and so place. Just made me feel good, man. And again, a kid will see it. It's okay if my hair looks like that. Yeah. It's okay if my butt is like this, or if my thighs are like this, or if you know, I'm black but I'm super light. What's that thing called?
Vitiligo? No.
Albino.
Albino, because they had that representation. Like all of it, man. It's just beautiful.
It's funny because that's actually why my parents took me when I was a little kid. Because, like you said, on TV, especially when we were kids, as we talked about earlier, that was a while back.
Right.
Yeah.
Only time you saw Africans was National Geographic. Like I said, you couldn't just pick up the phone and call. Like, you know what I mean? So the separation between real Africa and what was seen here and this little kid who was born here is completely different. So I remember I was 6 and they were just like, no, we're taking you there so that you don't think Africa is just jungle and you don't think it's just animals and da-da. And I cried the whole plane right there. I had
a fear and shit, right?
Terrified. I was like, oh my God. And they used to tell everybody when we came back, I did not want to come back. I kicked and screamed, I'm staying here. Now I'm not. So that was my moment. But like you said, there's a lot of kids here who that's going to be their moment where they get that aha, like, you know what? This is actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's fire, man. Salute to her, man. Staying on music. Nas dropped an album.
That was pretty good.
Darren Nas is a rapper from New York, Queens. He came out in the early 90s. His debut album, Illmatic, is considered one of the best albums. Now he
one was the other was Illmatic.
Don't
That's
do
a
that.
one high album every
Don't
10
do that.
years.
Because we're going to talk about Jay-Z dropping the same day as him again. We're going to talk about that. But
He's such a hater. He's such a fucking hater. They say they squashed the beef, but it's still petty. It's still there.
I don't know what's going on with Hope. But I think he...
Hey,
Turn
Nas.
50 and
Hey,
stop
Nas.
giving a fuck.
What day's the album coming out?
Okay.
That's cute.
Hit send on that after his drop. Just release the all DSPs.
It's the rock.
But the name of the album is King's Disease, and what a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like his last few albums, especially the thing he did with Kanye was
I like that one.
Did you?
Yeah.
I had a couple, but I was.
No, you gotta play it. You
It's
gotta play it
weird.
loud.
I need and be high.
Because no, the thing is, Kanye has a sound.
Yeah.
And Nas has a sound.
Yeah.
And their sounds are not the same.
No.
So when you combine them, your ears gotta get used to it. It's like listening to a blend tape when you're for the first time.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah,
But-
I'll give it another spin.
Because honestly, when I first started listening to King's Disease, I was like, it still kind of has that Nasir vibe in the beginning because it still kind of sounds like, them Kanye kind of sounds, but not as heavy.
Not as exactly. It
No.
it allows Nas to, his flow isn't like, his flow is very like consistent, right? Like he finds the pocket and he'll live in that pocket.
He loves a good metaphor, boy.
Yes. So
I feel like you can't resist.
He can't.
so he had Hit Boy produce, did the beats for the entire album, and it was pleasantly surprising to my ears. So yeah, check out King's Disease, and also check out Pharrell's new song featuring Jay-Z.
I do not like that song. Am I wrong
It's
for
not
that?
good.
No, thank you. So see, that song is how I feel about WAP. You're supposed to like it because of what they're like, what they represent.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good to me.
Right. So I took, because when I saw as soon as it came out, Darren, I saw tweets about, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah.
So naturally, I love Jay. I'm like, no, I'm not even gonna do it because I don't want to be,
Disappointed.
So it's not even like because it's whack because of Jay's verse. It's just the hook is weird.
Hook is so long.
Yeah, and Pharrell's flow is a little weird. And it just, I don't know, it just felt odd.
Forced.
But, and we should probably just throw it on in the background. After the pod, Rory from the Joe Budden podcast said, the song isn't that great, but the video made it better.
Okay, that happens.
So, yeah, the video's super fire. Super, I loved it. It all rolls into this whole Beyonce thing, and Pharrell, what he did with this video, yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, it works.
Because I was playing, because, I play music at my desk at work. And it's Friday. Like, tomorrow's Friday. We get all excited on Fridays. I get to my desk and I go, hey, guys, it's Friday. Any new music come out? And then I go on Tidal and see what's new. So I'm like, ooh, Pharrell and Jay-Z. And then they were like, yeah, we want to hear that. And then somebody else came out. And then everybody was like, no, we don't want that. I forgot what the other thing was. And I was like, all right. So I played the one nobody wanted to hear first. I said, we got to give it a shot, guys. Oh, it was the Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill song.
I still haven't heard it because I saw Bad Things and I.
Everybody was like, no, we don't want to hear that. And I said, I'm going to press play, guys. I'm pressing play. And it was everything you expect it to be and less. So, so I try to give every thing at least a full chance. I tried to play it to the end and I just kept getting yelled at, like, turn it off.
That bad.
It wasn't good. I couldn't get to the end. I was like, all right, fine. So I'm like, all right, now we can cleanse our palate, sniff some coffee beans. I'm going to play Pharrell and Jay-Z. That can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Ever. Front end, all that. Come on, it's
Yeah,
history.
The formula shows
Yeah.
that this works.
Big pimping, baby.
Yeah, change clothes. all of that.
And it was, like you said, the hook is weird. And it's just, when things get too repetitive, and so all you hear is, I'm a black man, a black man.
Black man.
Black man.
Yeah, it's weird.
And I'm like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Because even though I play a lot of things in the office, we're in an office and
And not everybody's black.
not everybody's a man. And it just, I'm a black man. Friday morning, first thing in the morning.
Oh, man.
It's too much.
You set a terrible
You
tone.
guys
Good
have
job,
to,
Jay.
my
can you
job.
guys can you guys put up shit in the chat that you listen to? 'Cause I'm
Oh,
trying.
will that help you?
Yeah, because I listened to Burna Boy's album and I listened to
Ooh.
Buju's album.
Oh, did you like them?
I liked Buju's, although I can't do reggae all that much, but I like Buju's album. It's weird, I know.
Get the scissors.
Come on, man. Wow. I mean, I like it.
I'm cut them shits off with a machete. Fuck that.
Wow.
I come to chop bush.
I'll be quiet.
No, go ahead, man. You hate Bougie, what you say?
No,
Wow. Wow.
I did not say that. I like the album. I wouldn't go through and like listen to it multiple times. That's kind of, like I like the first one, and I'll probably throw it on a couple more times. But like I wouldn't, I like Cherry Pie. I love Cherry Pie
Okay. Of course you do.
Yeah.
because and then Burna Boy, I like the album too. I listened to it on Sunday while we drove up we went to some restaurant to eat. And I'll tell you guys about that in a second. It was alright too. I felt like, because I'm like out of touch with music so much, so I'm like I have to kind of get used to what I'm hearing. But
That,
yeah, I like
I feel you on that because not being able, even though I didn't go outside a lot, even if I went to, you know, I don't know, a sports bar or the homie spot and they're playing something loud and you see a reaction,
Then you kind of pick it up a little bit, yeah.
I don't know how you went and DJ'd because I have no desire. I have no idea what I would play.
So out of date.
If you hire me, which you can't, but if you did, you're not getting anything past 2019, brother. If anything came out since COVID, it's not on my playlist.
I won't say the name of the club or the DJ, but there was a particular DJ at a club we used to frequent, and I used to hate how this DJ played because you could tell he had the same music in his crates forever. And I'm like, oh my God, he's going to play Jaheim.
Yes.
And then he's going to play Next.
Yep.
And what was the third? It was a trifecta. It was Just in Case and Too Close. And what was the third song? Was it the Faith song? It was only three songs.
Yeah.
And at some point, you got the damn Funk Flex.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that.
The Fat Man Scoop.
Fat Man
joint.
Scoop,
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was in a rut.
For 15 years or so. You hear this person on the radio tomorrow, he's going to play this. And I'm like,
There's certain transitions I like to. They are near and dear to my heart. So
really,
I mean, not habitually, but like, actually, one I stole from you. If I do, Little Vicious, Freaks, I go right into Rupee.
Oh.
Rupee, doom, boom, 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 boom.
Is that because of the mixtape?
Yeah.
Ah,
that's the only reason I do it because it just
yeah.
sticks in my head. But so I can understand being in a rut and like, hey, this transition works for me. But yeah, I got.
I've heard the person on the radio. I've heard them at different clubs, and I'm like, oh,
you know it's coming. Yeah.
I see the flyer. I'm like, oh fuck.
Here we go.
But the girls want to go, so you gotta go.
But you gotta go because guys are stupid.
Guys are dumb. We're so dumb. So Sunday we went out to eat this restaurant called The Cove in Fall River. Really nice. We got to sit outside.
You went to Fall River to dine, huh?
Yeah.
I heard that New Bedford and Fall River have really good restaurants.
They
Really?
do, even though you would think
And
it's not
Woonsocket,
that
too.
great.
Mooney? There's a barbecue spot. Somebody said I gotta check out there. I'm sorry.
So no, it was really nice. And but the funny part was apparently on Sunday there was a Trump rally on the sea somewhere.
On the sea.
Oh,
On
in the
the
boats.
sea. Yes,
I
on
keep
the
seeing
boats.
things about things
Yes.
like that. I'm like, they do that?
Yes. So apparently they organized it on the sea because
We know how to make sure blacks ain't there.
Thank you. How do we make sure
The
that
blacks don't come stomping and protesting all through our shit.
Exactly.
Put it on water.
So where the restaurant is,
It's kind of
actually,
brilliant. I'm not gonna lie.
because
That's what made it catch my eye. I said,
none of us would be there.
"Damn."
But we'll get you next time.
I said, you know what?
Curse you!
I said, they got that one. They got that one. A boat parade, my nigga? The fuck?
All right, y'all got it.
We wouldn't even be mad about it. All right, cool.
It's not meant for me.
But where the restaurant is a marina too, so there was boats there, and so it happened twice where we hear like this big uproar and beeping, and then a boat would go zooming out and have all these Trump signs.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah, Trump 2020.
Oh, boy.
Fuck your mother or something like that. So, so people on the pier while they're eating are like, whatever, right? But we're so far away from them that it was kind of like just a, sometimes you just got to sit back and just go like, wow, like it's not even like you're a Republican and this is who you support. It's like, wow, like this guy is a full-fledged idiot.
Yeah.
And this is who you love. This is what it is. And sometimes you forget, I'm sure, like, I'm not sure if you guys experienced it, where you forget that it's not just people of color who think this guy's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
We have our white allies.
Of course.
I forget that a lot because I'm just not used to it. I'm not even looking for it at this point. It's just like, whatever. And so the table by us, like kind of the next table over, it was a lovely little white couple, and the boat was going by, beep, beep, yeah. And they were like, fuck you, buddy, fuck you, right? And I was like...
Love it. Because us, we'd be like, look at this bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Like, kind
But
of...
keep it to ourselves.
They're so white allies. I love you. They're so don't. Hey, this fucked up, right? This fucking asshole.
Hey, fuck you, guy.
I love it.
Fuck you.
Oh, be loud for us. We love it. Keep being loud.
That's exactly what we need. We need them to be loud.
Oh yeah.
It's because I actually saw something. I think Projo put it up on their newspaper site. Is that what they call it? I don't know. If you're not from here, it's Providence Journal. It used to be a newspaper. I don't know what you call it now because there's no paper.
Newspaper.
There's no building. I don't know.
Oh, they covered the building.
Yeah.
Oh, have you been downtown lately?
Oh.
Yo, I went by one area this past
It's
weekend.
wild.
For a second I said, "Where am I?"
That's happened in real life.
Yeah.
Like I've taken Q downtown a few times in the time we've been dating, and like he lives so close to downtown. And he was like, "Yo, where are we?" I was like, "Bro, we're downtown." He's like, "Where do all these white people come from?"
Yeah.
He's
Where
like-
did this building, that parking,
This parking shit?
structure? Yeah.
Which one? But that I know which one you're talking about. But
In the
behind
parking lot where we used to park for jerkies.
Yeah, that thing's
Right
dope.
around there.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. 3 stories or whatever.
It's all beautiful.
Yeah. Mad purdy.
So all of downtown's beautiful. He's like, if you ask him, he'd be like, "Yo, downtown is the safest place to be at
Yes.
night." Which when we were kids, that was not the case.
Oh my God. You stay away from Kennedy Plaza at night. Oh
Now
God.
there's walking, there's scooters.
You got a bike lane. Huh?
They really made bike lanes out of. You're like, yo, I don't know which side.
There ain't no room. You got a bike lane and a bus lane. Where am I supposed to be right now? I don't.
I don't know which side. It really, the first time you catch it, because I think it used to be a one way going one way, and then they turned it, and so now you're like, which side of the sticks do I drive on? Oh, it's bike drawings. Oh fuck, it's too late.
Yeah.
Better anyway. Yeah,
This gentrification, is that what that is down there?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's bound to happen. But what I did notice when I was on my drive, Elements. Do you remember the club Elements? It's on that
Mama.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit.
That whole building is for sale now.
The thing is, I've always thought that the colleges were trying to buy everything up.
Yeah.
Probably gonna happen because not only that building, the other one. So yeah, Jerky's, and then up the block, but you stay on the block and take the left.
Yeah,
What's that club name?
not complex.
I think that's it.
It might be,
That whole building's for sale also. So COVID done killed that, and now
but they was already closed.
Were they really?
Yeah.
No way. Oh, I didn't know that.
Carmen was ever since the shooting or something.
Ew.
Yeah, it's been closed.
But not for sale though.
I don't know if it's been for sale, but it's been closed this whole time.
Interesting. So one of the schools or somebody is gonna snatch that up, and then that's less entertainment. Not that it matters to us
Yep.
as much, but
Because we don't give a fuck about entertainment. We're sleeping. But the reason why I brought that up is because the Projo newspaper, magazine, website,
Yeah, that's right.
whatever the fuck it is now, they had an article about, I think it was people protesting what happened to Jacob Blake. So you know how they closed down Atwell's Ave so people could eat?
Yes. Oh, yes. I saw
And
this.
the protesters went and sat on Deep Pasquale Square, whatever it's called.
nice with that nice fountain and shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
so people are sitting on the little thing eating, and then there's these other people sitting on the ground
Yep.
silently protesting. But I'm like, they're all white. They're all white.
I love it.
I'm like,
love
everybody
it.
just probably looking at each other. I'm like, there ain't no street, ain't no cars. You're not disrupting any traffic.
nope.
You're just
Oh.
literally sitting,
I
making
love
your
that shit.
fellow
Uncomfortable.
white people so uncomfortable.
Man, how great.
I have this
How
$300 bottle of
great.
wine on the table, and
And this
There's
fucking
50.
that kid's smoking weed. That was what the fuck.
and his nose ring.
I love it. I
I
love
said
it.
that's
So
funny.
maybe that's the shit that's gonna happen. Like, actually, I was thinking about it. I don't. Have you guys ever seen this kids movie Zootopia?
Yes.
I think that's what we need. Like, we need to take all of the police in every state, get rid of them, have one central training, put it wherever you want. I don't know. Texas, for like, probably not Texas, but pick one central location. I
Stay
don't
away
know.
from the South,
I don't know. I'm
brother.
just saying one big state, and that's where all the cops go to train. That's what, and on so all the cops there get the same training.
Like how the FBI goes to Quantico.
Something like that, yes.
That would
And
make sense.
then you take, hey, this
They do.
squad, you're going to manhandle Rhode Island. This squad handles New York. So that you know all these cops are getting the same training from whoever. Hopefully the higher-ups that are training them are not racist pieces of shit. And so to ensure that everybody gets the same training, everybody meets the same qualifications.
But the thing is, as great as that is, they're not being trained to be racist. They're racist
Right.
people who train to
trained
become
to be
cops.
Right.
And then that's something that they could weed out.
Yeah, because I don't know, and I did get an offer. Should we have a police officer on the show?
I would love that.
Sure, why not?
Consider it done.
Ooh.
So,
Damn.
Cliffhanger.
So,
Such a teaser, you little
He's a
skeezer.
the two.
Squirting.
What?
Jizz in the face.
I can't wait to hear this back. That first part especially.
I have no sense of time. I'm pretty sure we're like way over. Time.
Way over, probably. What were we talking about? Oh,
Police officer.
Huh?
We'd be terrible on a game show.
Yeah, no, it's super unfortunate. I don't even know, but I am gonna try to get a police officer on here because we were having a conversation about some of it, and he made some points that made sense as to the disparity, certain areas where we see it and whatnot. So, yeah, I think it would be a good,
yeah,
and then
great segment.
and he'd be honest, like we can be straight up with him and say, yo,
And I would appreciate that because one, we see the people who make it into a hashtag Blue Lives Matter thing, and then we see all the rebuttals. You're not born a cop; you become a cop.
You can take off the uniform
it's
at the
not
end
the
of
same
day.
as being born a certain race or whatever.
Yeah.
And sometimes when people say not all cops are bad, sometimes people get offended by that. But that's the truth of the matter. Not all people who do one specific thing can be characterized the same way. So not all police are bad.
Right.
And you don't become racist by joining the police force. You are
already have that.
raised that way.
Yes.
You can't, like, we're grown people.
yeah,
You
It's
are
very hard
taught
for you to
be
get
racist.
peer pressure to do something now versus when you were 12.
it's true.
Yep.
It's true.
Let somebody tell you, hey, let's go jump off this cliff.
I'm cool.
Bitch. Bye.
I'm cool.
But
Why was that always an example that our parents used?
if one
If
of your
someone
friends
says to
jump,
jump off a cliff.
because I think kids do that. Like you'll see every summer, unfortunately, there's always one 17-year-old who died in some drowning accident with their friends because they must have said, hey, let's jump off this cliff. Every year.
And it's one of those extremes to where the kid, in most cases, would say, "No, I wouldn't."
That's
so
dumb.
yeah, because if it's other stuff, they may be like, "Well." Yeah,
If your friend was getting his dick sucked by a schizo, would you do it
Would you
too?
do it? I guess I asked because, like, you know, we're parents, and I find myself saying things that I wonder, like, my mother didn't say this to me, but I kind of say it in a different way. So, like, I was yelling at the boys earlier today, and I found myself going on this rant, like, you know, I pay good money for the bed you have in your room. Go in that bed. Why are you in my bed? Daddy works very hard, not now, to make sure
I've heard
you
this
have-
speech before.
I
think I heard it yesterday or something.
I said today. Matter of fact, this is what I said. I said, "You're in my house. You're running. Or
You're
you're
in my
jumping.
house.
You're running down the hallway. You're jumping. You're breaking my couch. I take you
I'm breaking
outside.
my couch.
Me and your mother spent good money to buy you this house, to buy you this yard, and I take you outside so you could go run and do all those stupid things outside, and you don't do any of them. You follow me around." And he's just looking at me like,
He sounds like Eddie Murphy.
and so I'm listening
Having
to
his
myself,
cookup.
and I'm like, you know, he's 4. He
yeah,
doesn't-
none of that.
no. And the little one, huh?
Yeah.
So I, I said, okay, so the things that my parents were saying to me, why don't I say those things? Not there yet.
Nah.
Why don't you say those things?
Yeah.
Because you know they're not gonna listen regardless.
Right.
You didn't listen,
Just like they ain't listening.
so you try to remix it, thinking that your words will make it make sense.
Nope.
It's it's the same words.
terrible.
Speaking of, did Daddy find a car?
He did.
What do you get?
A Tundra.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it blue?
No. It's great.
Did you take him to get it?
No, thankfully. I have no idea how he got it. He just told me, hey, come look at the Tundra. I said, oh, it's dope. I love it.
I be wanting a truck sometimes, just because.
And me too. And now I have the next best thing. My dad has a truck. I actually need to borrow it. So.
You on loan his truck to me? Hey, yo, Darren, your dad's truck available?
Yeah, man, I got you.
It's funny because the first time Darling came to pick me up to go eat, I'm a real control freak. People who know me know that. And so
Really?
yeah, I'm very much a control freak. So like normally if I'm going someplace with friends or with somebody, I like to drive my car. I don't care how many cars end up going. I
Yeah.
like to take my car too.
This is true about her. This is true. I
always-
recall.
I always bring my own car. Think about it.
Always, Darren.
Yeah, but I don't go out with Jen a lot.
That's fine.
But there's no reason for me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's a thing.
It's a
And
thing.
also being way out here.
No, I mean
I
just
just take my
in general
car.
in life since
No,
I got a car.
I know, but
yeah,
like
ever.
I never have the problem because nobody wants to come out here to pick me up.
That.
But if we're
But
like,
no, I wouldn't mind coming to pick you up, but I'm not gonna let you pick me up.
right, so if
I need
it's
to
like,
drive my car.
hey, we're going
It's
to,
kind of like Connecticut when we went to that stupid Thicker Than a Snicker
I
concert.
drove my car, which is a 2-year anniversary. It just came up on the
Get
thing
out.
today.
But
I think the flyer went up.
I'm glad we experienced that.
Yeah, me too.
Together.
I am too, but I'm really not.
Shout out Frostman, man.
So yeah, I always take my car no matter what. So first time we were going to get something to eat, it wasn't anything too, it was daytime, and he knows where I live. He's like, "Do you want me to pick you up, or do you want to meet me there?" And I remember going, "Let him pick you up," which was completely not like me. And I remember it was like a while ago, and I just was like, "Yeah." And so we came, and he has a truck, and I was like, "I don't know what I thought you drove,
But
that ain't it."
ain't too many folks in Providence just got a truck.
Yeah.
not a
It's
thing.
nice as fuck.
Yeah.
I never knew how nice trucks are.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You gotta hoist yourself up there.
And every time he's like, "Oh, I got the bars. I just got to put them on." Bars ain't on yet, guys. Still got to do it.
Still gotta.
She can climb in and yeah, man.
Simone Biles my ass into that shit.
Spider-Man
Stick the
and
landing.
shit.
Yeah, stick the landing.
We should go.
Oh, fine. I
don't
want to
wanna
talk.
go, but-
We'll talk again.
We do this weekly, Ben.
Let me see. Is there?
Oh, Bim said we might have to skip the next couple weeks. So if you guys don't hear from us,
Well, let's make next week happen. Still.
we'll try. But if it doesn't happen, I just want to at least let you down now.
I hate that you act like you can't still just do it.
We can, but we won't.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
I may get the motivation. Make sure you follow us on social media platforms, PLSDELTHIS.
On Instagram.
On Instagram, on Twitter, the same handle. On YouTube, please
God, I
like
ate
this.
the lethal. I thought it was
Oh. On YouTube, make sure you follow us as Please Delete This as well. Make sure you follow us on your favorite streaming
I ate all the
platforms
buttons.
such as Spotify,
all the buttons.
Spreaker, iHeartRadio, iTunes, any place you listen to podcasts. Shout
Darren,
out
Tidal has podcasts.
in Tidal. Are we on? We're not on Tidal.
We're not on Tidal.
How do we get on Tidal?
We got to get on Tidal.
Don't look at me to do it.
Darren, get on.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I've been doing it. Podcast.
boy.
We talked about this.
Also, shout out to Sleep the Soap.
Here.
If you need some soap, check out Sleep the Soap. It's SOULITA soap.com. Use the promo code PDT.
Does it still work?
I hope so. For your soap needs. They got to buy me, so I need to re-up.
Yeah, it's almost time.
And shout out to Lena's Lithos.
Shout out to Kingston 8.
Shout out to Kingston 8. Shout out to local
Keep His
business. Shout out
Crabs.
to...
Pink Portal.
oh, yeah, Pink Portal.
They've been posting, huh?
Yes, they're out there.
Keep posting.
And Coco, what is she? She posted.
Coco Kathy.
Coco Kathy, yes. Thank
Yes,
you.
Kathy, thank you for coming through.
There's something you were going to say, Bill, huh?
There was?
Yeah, you were looking for something?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking.
Whoop whoop. Chicken.
Chicken.
I heard-
Oh,
head.
please.
I
Oh,
heard,
that-
pull over that ass, too. All right.
Elena's Lithos is having Labor Day sales, so go to her page if you want to see what it is.
Yes. Order the Darren.
Yeah, I'm putting in an order.
Order it.
Yeah, put
Order
it
the
in order.
Darren. You won't be disappointed.
30 should be good, right?
Yeah, it should be good.
I was going to say for who, but it doesn't matter.
Don't matter. Yeah.
Make no difference.
I just ate like what, 6
Make no
of them
difference.
dishes.
I ain't got anything else, my friends.
That's that. Thanks for tuning in, yo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, happy birthday, Kobe. We love you.
Ah.